Is anyone interested in recapping for inspiration?
I already got 2. I'm good.
Is that enough?
Uh, I don't know. We need to share.
Ted, how much inspiration do you
Who
have?
doesn't have any?
No,
Zero.
Okay.
Ted, it's your turn. I know it bounces
Like I,
back between Ted and Cody, but like,
I was gonna say, I feel like I do this a lot, and I still
Ted
You
somehow have no inspiration.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess no. Wait, I have one. I made a journal entry.
Okay.
yeah, I have
But
0, but I don't need 0.
I mean, it was the first half was we finished air quoting resting, letting Pete heal us back up in the workshop underneath the tower out in the Fallen Lands. We got ready as best we could. We went back into the tower, and it was clear to us at that point that someone was keeping the remainder of the forces in the tower away from us. They were letting us make it to the center of the tower, wherein we found Decanter, a few of his draconic blood infused blights, and a strange storm giant. Storm giant. And of course, Decanter. We put an end to all of them, and then made our way back after that. After that, we went back to the workshop. We retrieved the bodies of Leander and Decker. We made our way with a brief pit stop in Elysium back to Waterdeep, where upon contacting Vivian and Agnes, they immediately made tracks to Waterdeep, and using a wish scroll brought Decker back. Leander was reincarnated by... I can't remember the
Blossom.
guy's name. Blossom. No, Blossom was the one who was there. I didn't think she was the one that actually cast the reincarnate. Doesn't matter.
No, it was him.
Leander was reincarnated into the body of a lizard folk. The forces that have taken the Sea Ward are still basically holding within the Sea Ward. They're not expanding out. The forces of Waterdeep can't seem to really make headway back in. We have not yet had a chance to speak to the Blackstaff, but after a brief conversation with the returned Decker, Valor, Zira, and Oryx tried to get to Decker's home to retrieve her raccoon and her other animal friends, only to find that the place had basically been tossed. The animals were all gone, and basically the guard setup is keeping things out of the sea. It's keeping people from wandering into the Sea Ward rather than, or as much as vice versa. And I think that's about where we left off.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's some crucial details I'm missing there, but I didn't have a chance to actually listen to the to the log. So, if I missed anything,
The one thing I caught was that you guys didn't go to Elysium. You just did a walk. You just walked through trees.
oh right.
Yeah. I think that's it though. Think.
Yeah, going back through Elysium didn't sound right, but I couldn't remember how else we got back. You're right. Razik can now transport us through trees.
Mm-hmm. It's nifty. Okay, so we have, if I recall correctly, Zira, Valor, and Oryx were all together. They were planning on going to collect the rest of the party so that so all of you could go and speak with Jack the Goblin. Right?
I believe so.
Yes, because Jack the
Yeah.
Goblin he was inside the Sea Ward when it fell, and he made it out, and he seems to be the only one who is cognizant enough of what happened to speak about what he saw.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think also another telling thing is he saw like some
Mm-hmm.
scary tentacle thing, and I think that
He heard
piqued some
something
of
as
our
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are a lot of senses involved, and I think that's a valuable resource to tap into. Whereas other people were just like in a panic and didn't give a shit. They just ran.
If I recall correctly, he also made some kind of passing reference to something like hearing something in his head.
Yes. Yeah.
Something to that effect.
So yeah, we are going back to the party to speak with him,
Okay.
and I do
And
need to ask a favor of Razak.
well, that works out. Razik, what since you are the only person who's not in that separated group, what are you doing in the meantime, as they've been in the Fields Wars, and then theoretically as they find you?
I am, excuse me, I am probably uh, just packing away my scrying materials. I've been keeping an eye on some people and sending some messages out, and yeah, that's about that.
No problem. As far as that goes, you've gotten a sense for the folks that you're looking for, at
Mm.
least vague enough that you can send something. You can send messengers out like you wanted to do.
Yeah, I think the animal messenger I would have sent out south, and then I would have spoken with Blossom to use whatever their uh, that weird water thing is to talk um, to Merrick and try and
Mhm.
get her on her way.
Okay. She naturally has some resistance because she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to go too water deep, but
Right.
but you've earned her trust in so much that you can convince her. Give time.
Okay. Excellent.
hmm Okay, so you're still at Falconmere when everyone else shows up.
Absolutely.
And says,
We might have a lead on what's going on in the Sea Ward. We might have a witness, basically.
Oh, what did they say?
We need to find them. That's why.
Oh, I see.
We might have a witness. We haven't spoken to them yet. I'm hoping we can. Did we actually get any sort of information on where this goblin is?
yeah, because it said that he would take you there.
Oh, right.
yeah.
Once everyone is ready, there is someone who will take us to this goblin. But I've figured it's better if we're all there, so that we don't have to try to pass on whatever he says to us. I don't know if this will go far, and I know that I'm sure that people have things they want or need to take care of, but
I have an appointment today.
okay.
Well, I guess that works out, because I'd probably conduct business a little bit better after taking care of mine. I don't know. I think it's weird talking to a bird, right? I mean, at least outside of Falconmere.
Well, I don't know. I talk to birds all the time.
Familiars
I-
are pretty
I-
common.
I think the point is that Zero would like to be able to resume her form.
That is sensible.
Yes.
If you would like to speak in my ear, I could speak for you.
Well, that's very kind of you, Valor. I think also being able to, I don't know, not be a bird when things hit the fan. If they do, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of thinking.
I think Win was probably more accurate. knowing
Oh
us.
well. I can make you not a bird.
Oh, yes, that's right. I was going to ask you a favor, Razik.
What's that?
Well, I think it would be best if I surrendered myself to the Zentarum, so the rest of you aren't pursued. With that,
They
I think
will kill you.
right you are, Oryx. That's why I will leave a little piece of myself back at home, and in the morning or uh, whenever the ritual is performed, I can be reincarnated as something completely different.
Would it be preferable for us to kill you first
No, no,
and
no,
then
no,
turn you in?
no.
I'm sorry. Is this actually the conversation we're having right now?
Yes.
I did not start it.
I mean, we have the Sea Ward to clear up and leads to follow. If we are being pursued by the Zentarum, we can't do that effectively. You saw what they did in the Trollbark Forest. It almost killed like 3 of us. To your point, Valor, that might be a good idea, I think. Right? Kill me first. Give my body to whoever's collecting the debt or bounty, and resurrect me later. Granted, I won't be able to get any information about that. Not that I'm too tied up about it. It's not important why they want to find me. It's probably, because I defected. But other than that,
If you were detained alive, what would they do with you?
Sarah, would I have an inkling to know the kind of thing they'd do to me if I was detained alive?
Based on what you know about why they're interested in you, there is a good chance that they try to interrogate you to get information about the rest of
The rest of sorry, you were cutting out.
Sorry, my mic's not picking up. The group.
Ah,
We kind of have been a thorn in their ass for a while.
that's fair.
We also just took out the one who was helping them maintain their monopoly on most of the roads.
Well then, what should I then just give a piece of me to you, and then go and try and start a fight in, I don't know, the Grinning Lion? Person who can kill me takes me, turns in the body. Hey presto.
Is there a reason for us not to simply find a way to hide you from them and not do any of this?
Unless you can transform my form permanently.
Can't you?
Other than this, no. This is about all I've got. I flap my wings.
Would Razik be bringing you back as a lizard folk? Is that how it works?
Well, no, I don't have any real control over
Ah,
what someone comes back at. That is really up to the whim of nature.
Yep.
Do we need to turn your corpse into them? Is it necessary?
Yeah, I guess it's not.
Will they be hunting us?
If I remain as is, probably.
Why would it not be necessary? Just want to
Yeah, sorry.
double check on that query, that thought. If they're hunting you, I'm sure they want evidence that you are dead, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Plus, I mean, realistically, I'll just throw this out there because I'm a nice DM. There is a reward on your head.
Yeah, it's 30,000 gold somebody wants to
Yeah.
collect, and I don't think they're gonna stop. Somebody's... Yeah, it's a more satisfying conclusion than to just hear that I wound up mysteriously dead.
And you don't think they'll be wise that something is off?
Off.
I mean, you're leaving a. You don't think that they'll know that this is a plan that can be done? That people could bring you back from the dead? I just.
Sure. I mean, it's not a
This
foolproof...
seems pretty drastic.
Well, it's more of a safeguard than a solution. Because if... You're right. They might be wise to some magic that revives someone, but
Well,
they won't be able to know exactly who I am until I make myself known. I'll change my name. I'll try and find another voice. I'm sure it won't be hard in a new body.
did they possess any magic that would make the reincarnation impossible?
Does seem-
Probably. Probably, GM, right?
I mean, hellfire weapons are a thing. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I also feel that, yeah.
Welcome to your new life as Lemur in the worst levels of hell.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Grab
boy.
a spear, get to the front of the blood war.
Hoorah, soldier.
If I die, die. Willowin too, baby. Willowin's taking
Wait, Willowin comes
vacation.
back?
Willowin shows
Yeah.
up.
No,
All
no,
right,
she's taking
I'll,
a vacation
pull
with her
Gil
wife in
for her.
Waterdeep right now.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm
If you come
kidding.
back as Willowin, I have to play your wife, please. Let me be the bard.
No.
I feel like you've just given more justification for killing Zira before we turn her in. That way we can do the reincarnation before the fuckery occurs.
Okay.
That
Well-
makes
I mean,
sense.
Yeah, I mean, they probably have some way of knowing if something like that's happened, unfortunately. But
There
it's
would
a
be
better...
no way to track that.
There isn't? Well, yeah, I guess...
Unless they could, not unless they had some sort of tag on her soul that let them like figure out
Yeah,
if it was still on
which
the
we
plane.
know
Yeah,
kind of
like-
they don't. Sort of.
The reason like they wouldn't be able to tell, or I mean, the only way they could try to like figure out whether I've been revived is to try and cast some sort of revival magic on the body,
Or scry.
or scry. I
Oh yeah, you're
guess.
still the same creature technically.
Am I?
You would be. You'd have a different body, but you'd be the same creature.
Gonna have to get you an amulet of non-detection and wear it at all times.
I mean, if the scry just fails,
Simpler.
they'll probably know that too, right? No, you're right. If the soul wasn't on the plane, the scry would fail or show the corpse, one of the two.
Oh boy.
I don't know. That's pretty advanced wizard knowledge and
It's-
entirely
it's-
above the table conversation because
Yeah.
I don't think any of us would know that.
Oryx is at the very least familiar with the idea of magic that will hide your mind from people hunting for it. Because she did wear a ring of mind shielding for a while.
Yeah. Fuck you. I should have picked it up. I was gonna pick it up, but was like, that's symbolic, and didn't pick it up.
No, somebody did pick it up. I thought Razik picked it up. Like I would not have
Somebody
wanted
has
for
it.
symbolism to throw away.
Yeah. Somebody has it. I do not know who.
Or it's possible we sold it at some point, but I don't think we did.
We didn't sell it.
No.
Someone went
Nobody
back and
picked-
got it. In,
Nope.
Wait, did
in, like,
Did
third
I
floor or
actually go
something.
back and get it?
I think you
Nope,
got.
you had a different ring. You
You got
picked
a
up
different
something
ring.
else.
Oh, that's right. You
I
went
got the
back to
fucking
get it
ring.
and got the wrong ring. That's what happened, right?
No,
Yeah.
the ring was like I was searching within the rooms and stuff, and I got the ring of warmth
Mm-hmm.
or whatever it was. I don't know whether I was a greedy bastard and watched Oryx do that and picked up the thing, because
You
I don't think I did.
You didn't. You went back to go look for it and rolled an investigation check and found the wrong ring. And that's how you got
Oh,
that ring of warmth.
I thought we still had the ring of non-detection.
Well, shucks. Oh well, those can't be that expensive, right?
Yeah, just a very rare item. It's
Yeah,
like
What?
impossible to come by.
No, it's uncommon.
Ring of mind shield.
Mhm.
Didn't that one also have a soul in it?
No, that was the whole point. Was if I died instead of Oryx's soul being cast into oblivion by Tiamat, I could inhabit the ring.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's why Rosaris gave it to Oryx, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. Great, cool.
If we're gonna go do this, I need to go get some oils and whatnot.
Sure.
All right,
I
got
still
buy,
think this is a bad
uh,
idea, but
1,000 gold worth of oils.
your life.
Do y'all need my backup for this little operation you're doing?
Probably not. I'm getting myself killed. It shouldn't be that hard.
No, I mean for the turning in part, in case they try to ambush you. I don't know if any of the rest of you have beef with the Zentarum, but I certainly do.
I mean, they probably don't like any of us right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
There's, I don't think, a single good outcome for all of us walking into the den of one of Decanter's allies. You remember that beholder we killed? What? She'll look at her scaly wrist and say, 20 minutes, maybe a couple hours ago. Remember that? Remember how they were on good terms with that beholder, the one we killed recently?
Well, they probably don't know he's dead yet.
You remember how we've killed several of their assassin groups at this point?
I mean, yes. Look, this is like part of my exact point. Is like, do we even want to have us go there in person?
No, the only person that should go there in person is me.
We are killing you. Sorry.
None of us should go there. This
No, it's a bad idea.
haven't we had enough of people trying to sacrifice their lives for this group? Can we just stop?
Trying.
I mean, I know
and
I'm
and
not
it's-
exactly arguing from the moral high ground here, having the current highest death tally, but can we all just stop dying, please?
I'm on her side.
I know that they will keep coming after you, and I know that those fights have never been easy. But there has to be a better way than risking your continued existence just to throw off these groups, which, keep in mind, might not happen. They may still come for the rest of us. But then we'd just, be down one more friend.
Well, then I'm with Valor, then there's no sense in turning me in. Just kill me and revive me as something else. There we go.
Surely,
What?
for the cost of killing you and reviving you, we can find cheaper
what-
magics to
what-
simply shield you, or
Yeah, what-
change your form or something without
What would that
killing you
solve?
first.
What would killing you solve? Pray tell. Because if they can track you, if they're familiar with you, they won't need you to look the same. Disguise is pretty common.
Yeah, I have quite a few of those.
Yes,
But
my
you
point
just-
exactly. Getting a new body would be just like being a disguise. You'd be the same person. You have the same skill set. People would be able to identify and track you still. This wouldn't solve anything. You'd just die and risk staying dead forever. There's no point. You and I, probably more than anyone else, should not play with life and death like this. Because one time you could go down and the Raven Queen could decide it's your time and take you away and never let you come back.
Well, that's her time to decide. It could be right now.
Don't act like that. Your life is worth something.
Yeah, that's why it's not gonna be anytime soon.
If your confidence is misplaced, the only people who suffer are us. You seem pretty blasé about that.
I say we just keep doing what we're doing. If they want to waste their people's lives, they'll run out of people eventually.
Alternatively, we could kill them all.
I mean, that's basically what I was suggesting, but in smaller steps.
More actively.
It's Valor. You have to understand, they're like a
They're not-
wide spread. They're in small aspects of basically everything. They're everywhere.
What you're
Killing them
suggesting
all
is
is-
essentially an inquisition. It would
Yeah.
require an army and investigation and time that I'm pretty sure we don't have. It would probably be easier just to get Zira a new look and shield her from divination magic.
And how expensive would that be?
I mean, less expensive than resurrecting you, probably. We could look into it. It's worth looking into it.
Couple points of order. Zira has done a whole makeover thing.
Yeah, I look
and-
completely different.
Yep. And a very important thing as well, since Adam said he was going to do this a little bit ago. If you are assisting with the, if you are in some fashion an extended member of the Emerald Enclave, Razik, you do not have to pay for components for this.
Even better, although I guess
Hmm.
it's up to the Emerald Enclave whether or not they are extending me those privileges, because I'm certainly not an official member, because I'm not even really certain. Razik is not even really certain what the Emerald Enclave is. He just likes these people.
Yeah, and that's
Exactly.
like, and that is exactly all that it takes in this particular instance. Like the work that Razik has done, the trust he's fostered, and the fact that everyone else likes him and he likes them. you have the opportunity to ask favors and quote unquote boons from them.
Sweet.
Hmm. Continue.
Well, how about the two? I can front for whatever artifact shields from divination, and then I can get an entirely new form.
It
And the
does
Zentaro
seem
think
like
I'm dead.
it does seem like any plan is dependent on shielding you from their detection. So perhaps that's the first thing that we should try and accomplish is acquiring something that will keep them from looking in on you, regardless of your form.
Yep. Sounds good. Let's find a magic shop.
Okay. If that's what you want to do first, you can spend a few hours looking around, and we get a D100 from you. Okay.
All those
I'm,
days.
I'm
Ooh.
dragging Leander along with me, by the way.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You can find one for 1,400 gold.
Sorry. Let me just. Would it have a description of what it does?
Oh, sorry. An amulet of proof against detection and location. Protects wearer from scrying and magic. And acts as the spell non-detection. If someone tries to divine against you, they have to cast a. They have to make a check with their ability score on a DC 19.
I mean, it's definitely worth 1,400. So yeah, I'll drop the money on that.
Is that
Okay.
an attunement item?
It
unfortunately is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Okay. Anything else?
Is this enough that we don't have to murder you, please?
Are there any scrolls at this shop?
What are you looking for?
Polymorph? True.
True polymorph?
Too much money.
Too much. Yeah, I know. Too
Yeah.
much money.
Yeah, too much money.
Give me a number, GM.
Well, you remember that spell you were asking about earlier in the week?
Oh, it's more expensive than clone? Uh-huh.
It's up there with clone. It's a 9th level spell.
Yeah.
I mean, you could talk to... If it helps, you could try talking to Pete and Razik, because the two of them have a slightly better grasp on the nature of death, spirits, and bodies in some fashion. If this is something that you're a little bit stuck on. This is what
Yeah,
you want to do.
I think the only thing that I'm stuck on is how likely is it for me just not to come back, period. It's less from my patron saying, well, that's your time, you're good, bye. And more from somebody using some magic or means to trap me.
Roll Arcana or Religion.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nope. Oh god. I'm fine. The Raven Queen has my soul forever. It's her property. Nobody can take it. Totally how that works.
I mean, you've also, like, you know that you present well with her. Either in some fashion this is, a tremendous mistake and you die and you die.
Yeah, if I die, I die, guys. Gang,
if
gang.
you die, you die, and then you go off and do something else in another form, in another way, in her good graces.
Sarah,
Or
are
it
you
goes
trying to say it's
fine.
always Humblewood somewhere?
It's always Humblewood somewhere, baby. I'm doing it. Razik, prepare for surgery. Let's get this over with.
Okay.
Do you have the slots for it, Raz?
I do.
All right.
Okay, to be
Yeah,
clear,
I'll-
you want to die, yes? Out of character.
Out of character. I want to die.
Okay. In character, then, Val will say, "Would
no,
you
no,
like
no,
me
no, no, not instantly.
to
No, no,
perform this?"
It.
It
Well,
would be simpler if you remained a bird.
life is always simpler as a bird.
The bones are more
God.
fragile.
It's Humblewood somewhere.
Well,
Jesus Christ, Sarah.
concerned about that. Me and the Raven are two different creatures. If you only have the Raven's corpse, I don't know how that would work. I'll just transform out of it. Secondarily, I was thinking of just going and getting killed on their turf. Instead of having one of you turn me in, because again, as Faye mentioned, we aren't too friendly with them.
Well, I think both options pose a problem. If you're killed here and we turn you in for the reward, as you said, we're not very friendly with them. Although we might become more friendly if we're turning you in or your body in.
Wait. Oh my god. I had a great Leander.
Leander won't be involved in anything for a little while.
Oh.
Leander's got some issues that he's got to work through.
Did you really? Your solution is to put another person, is to mix another person up in this.
Does anyone know someone destitute who needs money?
Panrin, probably.
Bannerin is fine.
Anytime you introduce someone into this, you are putting their life at risk.
No.
Yes, you are making them deal with the Zentarum, who we know for a fact are fairly expert killers.
Yeah,
mean,
they're
She'll shake her
expert
hand.
killers.
Moderately expert killers.
Honor among thieves, right?
No,
Yeah, honor.
No.
Yes. When you turn in a bounty, they're not going to just kill you on the spot. The money attracts people. If they were just
That-
killing people who turn in bounty
Yeah,
heads,
but when they
you
discover
wouldn't have business.
that, or if they discover that you are not truly dead, then they will certainly come after whoever turned the body in.
Okay, that's actually a pretty good point.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, we got a problem if you're killed here and we turn the body in, right? We've also got a problem if you go there and get yourself killed, in that we won't know precisely when you die, which means
or if.
Actually, I will.
what's that now?
I know when she's alive, and I know when she dies. I will know. Provided
that-
she's still wearing the ring anyway.
Why would they let her keep it?
Mm.
An item which will almost certainly radiate as magic. If they are taking her prisoner, under what circumstances will that stay?
I didn't say it would stay. I'm just saying I have a way to know if she dies or not.
But only if she's wearing the ring that they will almost certainly remove.
Yeah.
Should we not stage this as a falling out?
I think that is the better of bad options.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
It's not at all. Yeah, I
Are
agree.
any of us really good at lying?
I mean, yeah, I don't.
The
count
one we are
against it.
sending to
Come here,
die.
Pete.
Yeah, Pete. Yeah. Yeah, just say that I've turned to evil, tried to kill you, or like run off with your money. I don't know.
If
We're
we
gonna
fight,
make
I will not be lying.
Sorry,
How
we're gonna make Pete
very
lie?
dare you. Pete does not lie. I specifically didn't take proficiency in lying for that.
Uh,
Yeah, here's the thing. Without proficiency, you're probably still better than the rest of us, is our point.
Yeah.
It's a +5, but still, he does not lie. I
It's
made
the
him this way
morals.
because Panrin was a hell of a liar.
Well, he lied a lot. He
Was he
wasn't
though?
good at it.
He wasn't
He
good at
wasn't
it.
I
good
mean-
at it, but he did it a lot.
I mean, he was an expert, but he rolled low every time.
Well, more substantially, he would lie about things that were blatantly untrue. Just say things that were so obviously not the case. So
So you're
like,
saying is we need him back.
what I'm saying is maybe he should have just been a better liar.
It's cool, guys. We can take Pete home, and I'll bring Panrin back.
We're not going to have to take Pete home. He's going to drop Zera's body off with his arm, and they're going to kill him.
Yep. Pete's our mail boy. Woo!
Wow.
Pete's gonna deliver my pinky finger.
I mean, it's not gonna lie if I bring the finger, right?
It's also technically not a lie if I am an aggressor, I guess.
Here's Zera's
Valor,
finger. You can
Valor,
assume
you make
she's
a
dead.
point.
So out of character, I can do this without lying pretty easily. It's not going to be pleasant for anyone, though.
You can't okay. But back to
Never
what
wanted
fucking
that
Doug
anymore.
was saying. You can't Jedi mind trick, or what was
Yeah.
it, June? You can't Jedi mind trick the situation into not being dishonest by being an aggressor. It will
That's totally
still
how
be
that works.
dishonest. Just because you're technically not lying, it will still be a dishonest situation. We'll be forced to roll.
Valor's a robot. That's all that matters. The facts are facts.
Facts are facts. I mean, if Faye avoids lying in any capacity, she could probably pull this off. Sorry, I think I should be saying in character. I'm not very good at lying, but I am fairly persuasive when I want to be. So,
Persuade her to not die.
I mean,
Can get back to doing
look, I did my best.
be done.
She's really death horny, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
She seems to be decided.
Can we call
Yeah.
it something else, please?
Oh,
No.
sorry.
Okay. Got it. We're sticking with it. Let's move on.
Oh,
I've become.
God.
I've started hearing weird shit in my dreams, and I can kind of see beyond the veil into the Shadowfell. So my vocabulary has been muted. Anyway,
Honestly, I'm not
That
sure
sounds
if
like
Faye
a
or
condition.
Lily is talking right now.
Yeah, you should get that checked out. I don't have any of that.
oh no, it's I think it's a blessing. I'm not decided yet. Anywho,
I am bad at duplicity.
Well,
yes.
Most
But-
of us are.
If you pay me and command me, I will no longer be lying.
I will drop form. I will take my I will take my cloak of many fashions. I will take all of my jewelry and my rod of the Pact Keeper, and I'm going to like hand it to Okay. And
Sorry,
then I'm going.
sorry, no. You give this to someone else because I refuse to be a part of this because I made it very clear I do not approve. Also, I have an appointment to keep. So
All right.
I do
then
not
bye.
believe that I approve.
I will produce a gold from my coin purse and give it to Valor. I command you to approve of this decision.
I cannot accept it from you. If I was asked, I would have to say you commanded me to kill you. Otherwise, I would have to lie.
What if I
Um,
punched you?
That is not enough.
Technically, we command him to kill her, and then
Eat.
tell him to stop, and then we wouldn't actually have. He could say that he was commanded to kill her. It's a liable mission, but
Look, this is just about. This is roll of the dice, cheap polymorph magic at its finest.
How do we contact them? I am unclear.
I don't think we need to. We just need to make it known that I'm dead.
How do we do that?
oh wait,
I don't
I popped my head
throw
back
my
in the
body
door.
in the streets.
Hey, wait, I have an idea.
Okay.
We could give your corpse to the Brigand Darth.
The who?
The Brigand Darth. They're my dark elf buddies. They sold us explosives that one time. Remember?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Why on earth would you trust them again?
Oh, because they're good people.
Yeah, they're great people. It was a user error, Oryx. If we're being honest, I was the dumb one.
Hey, that's not Faye. That's racist. That's Lily. Don't you
fair
get
point.
don't you get
Okay, fair
confused?
point.
Are you back
That's-
on board, Faye?
Hands down worse.
I don't trust these dark elves worth of my fucking salt, baby.
Oh, okay, so we're going full into it for great.
That said, they have no reason
Uh-huh.
to betray us because they're going to make a lot of money off the deal. We're
Huh.
gonna give we could give they definitely have a way to get in touch with the Zentarum for sure. They're both criminal organizations operating in the same city. Probably not on great terms, but you know. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna go do my thing, and then after that, I'll go get in touch with the Brigand Darth. I'll see if
And-
I can convince them to pawn your corpse off on the Zentarum. That way, none of us need to actually physically get involved, and my buddies make a bunch of money off the whole thing.
Sounds good. I'll cut my finger off, give it to Razik just so he has something, and they can have
Oh,
my body.
Jesus.
Okay, cool, great. I don't want to be here for any of this.
Did
I
she
still
just
don't
cut it
approve,
off
goodbye.
without, like,
Faye,
she
can
just-
I go? Never mind.
I put the finger in the
Oh, sorry, do you
preservative
wanna
jar.
No, we
Oh,
got a goblin to
ooh.
speak to.
I can't
Oh,
help but think she just
yeah,
cut
I'll be
it
right
off
back.
without like.
How long
any-
will you be gone?
Maybe like a couple hours.
That is too long.
Why?
We have a mission.
Yeah, this is important. I can't wait. Partially
up.
because half of the errand is important to this exact thing we're undertaking right now.
Do you need someone to go with you?
You're
Will you
welcome
be
to
safe?
come.
That's
I
not what
always
I'm
welcome a
asking.
company.
Will you be safe without anyone? Is my question.
Oh yeah. These guys are chill.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and cut my finger, cut my finger off. Just or actually, Razik, do you want to bite it off? I don't know what you want.
Oh my god!
It's not better. Not better at all. Nope.
It's. I mean, it is better. It's definitely quicker.
Now, Dira, I'm more than happy to reincarnate you, but do not mistake that for thinking that this is a wise decision. It seems to me that you've purchased the magic to prevent them from looking in on you. Perhaps we should just see how that works. But you seem intent on this, so your business is yours. I'll be waiting inside to begin the reincarnation process if that is necessary. Pete, you want to join me?
Oh sure.
Cool. Then I'll just handle it myself, I guess. I'll just take a dagger, put it on my pinky finger, and step on it with the heel of my boot a few times.
And
That-
scream and scream and scream.
Yeah, I'll probably stuff something in my mouth or something.
Oh, I'll wait around because I need the
Maybe I
finger.
should go speak to this goblin myself. I'm not. This is idiotic. I will not be a part of this. I'm with Faye on that one. This is.
Would you
We-
wait a
we-
moment?
Just everything we've just been through, and this is still something that seems like a good idea. Like-
No.
Then why? Why?
Well, Oryx, when have these two been involved in good decision making? How is this different from choices they've made up till this point?
Because the choices they've made up until this point have not been actively killing themselves.
I have made good decisions.
Oh, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Zira and Faye.
Ah,
Faye,
yes.
Faye
No.
just walked off. Faye just walked off. We don't know where. We don't know why. We don't know what for.
That is
We
what
also-
Faye does.
That's exactly my point. It's what both of these two do, right? So why
Hmm.
should this be any different?
I don't think that's quite fair. That this is
Oh,
the
when-
first
when-
time
when
Vera
have I
is
ever
suggesting
walked out on
killing
you?
herself.
Jesus. Fuck. Ow.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You're
Here you
going
go.
to be upset that he's implying you'd walk out. You're trying to kill yourself. Zira,
Also,
that's like the ultimate in walking out.
We did have urgent business with the werewolves, and you two decided to take a vacation.
What?
Yes, you went to the. I do not recall the name. It was a fortress.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
You
at
were
least,
busy.
yeah. At least I told you what that was about.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, Oryx, they tend to make bad decisions, so this is no different.
Historical record.
Look,
Two-
I'd like to live with a little bit of peace of mind, Oryx, if that's quite all right. I don't like being hunted every step I take.
Point of clarification.
You-
What
you
is
don't
my
know that
role
that
in
won't
your
stop
killing?
with this.
Hmm?
Cody, what'd you say?
I'll say. Point of clarification. What is my role in your killing?
You don't have to participate if you don't want to. I can just do it myself or have Goody do it.
You will be coming back, yes?
Yes?
Hmm.
She thinks
Then it would not be killing.
Yeah, it's
it might.
not. I'm just vaulting my body to another form.
How do you intend to do it convincingly?
I'm also wicked. I don't know what you want from me.
That remains to be seen.
You want to find out?
Oh, no, I believe she's wicked.
Pete, not helping.
Sorry.
Pete, we have the finger. Let's go inside.
Okay.
Okay.
I would prefer not to kill you, but if you ask me to, if you want it to be convincing,
Define convincing.
it will not be pleasant for you.
That's great. What do you mean by convincing? What's your method?
You see Valor, like, there's like a flicker of like red behind the faceplate as they like raise one arm up to like start to pull compassion off their back. There is a method.
Well? Yeah, okay. Wait till Faye gets back with the word from the drow. I believe you. We'll talk later.
I would prefer not to inflict pain.
I'll probably be knocked out by the first hit, my friend.
That is not a guarantee.
Look, I kind of like present my arms to him look at my frame, and then look at yours.
You are
Look at that
willowy,
big hammer.
yes.
Yes, you could crush me without even trying. You felt a giant. Yeah, I'm fine. You'll be fine, friend.
If this is something you want me to do, then I will help. I would prefer not to do it, but you are a friend.
Aw, Valor. Thank you.
If we are going to wait, though, we should go talk to the goblin.
Sure. I transform back into a bird and fly back on Valor's shoulder.
Point of clarification, if you died as Bird, what would happen?
I don't know, actually. I haven't tried it. I don't know if it's gonna be like Razik when he gets really badly hurt and just transforms back into Razik, or if we both die. I don't want to find out because that kind of yeah, that part's scary.
Not the straight up death part, though.
No, yeah, because I feel like which creature I am gets kind of muddled between, because it says I merge forms with the Raven, but the Raven is still like a separate entity.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
No good. That's
Yeah.
no
Talking
good.
about a Cronenberg's
Yeah,
the fly
hate that
situation.
Cronenbergness. That's no good.
So you become
Spoiler.
a Corvum, is what I'm
You
hearing.
become a Corvum, but like a fucked up
Humblewood somewhere.
A lot of
It's
Bloodborne
somewhere.
vibes. You just become a
And
Bloodborne,
this is-
actually.
Kira shows up in a blood.
I
You're just-
deny your Humblewood somewhere. You do not bring that into this
No,
conversation.
That-
Leave
great.
that
It's-
outside where the
She's
happiness
describing a
is.
Bloodborne. A Bloodborne
just
goes
what I
over
wanna be
by
in.
Bloodborne.
It's just what I want to be involved in. David Cronenberg's Humblewood.
You're just describing Bloodborne.
Okay,
Describing Bloodborne.
just honestly, is it too late to request that?
What, Bloodborne
It's like,
Humblewood?
yes.
It's
Yes.
Cronenberg's Humblewood is just
Very late.
Bloodborne. It's wolf
Okay.
people and squid people and bird people.
Okay.
Fort
So,
Shep.
Pete and Razik, are you doing anything in preparation?
I'm prepared. I got the oils. I got her finger in a preservative jar. I'm all good.
Yeah.
I got the oils, I got the finger. We're ready to go.
Hey, Pete.
Huh?
Do you remember all those statues in the Decanta's place?
Yeah.
How long do you think they've been like that?
Ages for sure. I'm not super great with time though, so hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible they've been like that longer than you or I've been around.
Oh, definitely. Why?
Well, I mean, when I spoke with Oryx while we were there, we seemed to think that it was a good idea to bring those people back.
Mhm.
Well, I imagine that would be dependent on you and me.
Did you want to bring them back?
Well, that's sort of why I'm talking to you right now. I don't really know. I mean, there were many statues there that looked like lizard folk, and there were some that looked like kobolds, as well as all sorts of other folks.
That's a good point. It's just that it's hard to say for sure because we don't know who they were before they turned into that. So, like, what if we bring back someone who's not great, and then does not that not make us responsible for any evil or harm they cause from then on out. But then also
No,
at the same
it
time,
does not.
if we rob somebody of living their life, are we then not just as evil as Decanter, who originally put them that way? I don't know. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's complicated, but you're very good at the healing, and that's what this would be. So I value your opinion on the subject.
Well, I'm better at healing people who are alive. I'm fairly new at the storing people. But I've only done it once. The second time I tried to do it, didn't work out so
Yeah, I'm familiar with trying to heal people and it not working out so well. I was not very successful when I tried to bring you back.
Do you think there's a way to figure out who they were before they became like that? That way we can make good choices.
Well, I don't think it really makes a difference. I think the choice is either we try and bring them all back or we try and bring none of them back. And I mean, the fact that they were turned to stone, that seems to indicate that they were enemies of Decanta, and that seems like a pretty strong indication that they're more likely to have been on our side than against us.
True. I don't know. I think questions like this are probably better dealt with someone like Faye. I feel like she might know.
Okay, well, I'll certainly ask Faye then. But
But if you want to bring people back, I'm more than happy to. I don't know. I feel like I would feel more guilt if I brought people back and they caused pain versus if I allowed them to stay like that. Because the circumstances for them being like that were very likely choices of their own. But if perhaps we brought someone bad back, then that would be more of an active choice on our part.
well, it would certainly be an active choice on our part, but that's where our responsibility ends. We are not responsible for the choices they make after they are back.
I'm not sure I agree with that.
Our choice is simply, do we want to leave them as they are or not?
I think with our powers, specifically you and I, we have to be very responsible with them. I'm not certain I agree with our lack of responsibility or accountability should they come back. I think we're directly responsible for what they do after that because we had the opportunity to stop it and we didn't. I would feel better bringing them back if we knew for sure that they would be good influences on the world versus that.
And do you have, that's interesting. Do you have any ideas on how we do that?
No. In Brookvale, we don't have these issues. We know everybody. It's a small town, so it's impossible not to know somebody. So I could easily determine who would bring good about. But out here, there's so many people, and I don't know who they were before.
Well, okay then. If it's impossible to know what they may do in the future, then what? Do we leave them as is, or do we bring them back?
I think we leave them as is. Think of it this way: if Decanter was stoned, and we brought him back, that would be a bad thing. I don't know.
But if Deca was stoned, we brought her back, that would be a good thing, would it not?
Yes, but is not bringing her back a bad thing necessarily?
Not bringing you back would have been a bad thing, Pete.
I still don't think the price that was required to bring you back was worth it.
Well, you're wrong.
I appreciate it.
I will think more about those statues. Thank you for helping me see this clearly.
If you need help bringing people back, I trust your judgment.
Thank you, Pete. And I guess we're waiting for Zira's body.
Scene shift.
Right.
There was a lot of
Yeah.
static. I wasn't sure if that was you were saying anything else. Okay.
You don't have a hot mic right now. I'm on my phone.
Faye, you have set an appointment with
I don't. Hold on.
Hey, loser, get back to your thing. It's your scene.
Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't even realize she got up. Does she need a minute still, or?
No, she's coming back up.
Okay.
We just need a compilation of us yelling at each other in real life.
It's the
That's a great idea. That'd be fun.
You yell
I
back.
return.
Amuse bush. Amuse bush.
That's a lot of effort to find all of
It's
them.
so
though.
much effort.
But-
4-hour games.
But worth it.
All of what?
Mostly,
Us yelling at each other IRL.
mostly
Oh.
it is like really yelling in the other room. You'll be like, "Come on!" From the back of here. Oh fuck.
Faye, you've found a physician by the name of Novel Cogre, who is or Novell, who is willing to assist you with this requested surgery.
Fantastic.
And the process is unusual. There is you are put to sleep magically, and you feel no pain during the procedure. There's some clarification right beforehand where he says to you that he has some concern about your recovery period because of your age.
That does make sense. I am quite old.
And then he also says, "And how old are you?"
I don't know exactly. I was magically aged recently.
Well, most people have at least a ballpark. About how many years did you age?
If I had to guess, upwards of 200.
Is this something you would like me to investigate for you? See if there is some, perhaps some tissue we could examine to indicate its where?
Yeah, I mean, that would be helpful.
All
Better
right.
to know than to not know.
Okay. So, procedure goes fine. This is going to take a couple of hours, and afterwards there is an exhausting drain. Like this is your, unfortunately, your whole day. Afterwards, you don't feel well enough. I don't know, Lily, if you've ever been in surgery.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Faye certainly hasn't, which is why she's like, "Oh, this will be like an hour thing. I'll pop in and out. It'll be fine."
Yeah.
No, man, I'll definitely be in game after this surgery. It's fine.
Yeah. I've made the Adam mistake.
Okay, and
I just remembered that.
right. Okay. So you are put to bed rest. Someone does some someone gives you an estimation that says, based on what they could kind of see. So this process involved some of, especially because of the size of the crystal, some shaving of your eye socket as well. So you have like your skull is a little uneven now. And from the bone, they are able to determine an approximate age, which is over 450.
Cool.
And the other thing is, like, there's first of all, you cannot open your like even with magic, like we're dealing with accelerated healing, but that means that there is if you want to like heal to the point where you'll be able to use it very quickly, you are talking about tremendous amount of scarring because the speed at which that healing would take place is harmful to the body and its tissues. It's kind of up to you. Do you want this to kind of go a little bit more naturally, or are you like I assume you just want to get this done as quickly as possible?
Yeah, it's not like I'm trying to preserve my looks.
Yeah.
I'm already 450, you know?
Yeah, she's not me.
You can only go so far. Also, they didn't care that much about the aesthetic hit in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If it was
Okay.
me, I would let it heal normally, but it's Faye, and she's probably just gonna rush it.
Okay. This also means that this eye, like, it is difficult to use, and the eyelid does not close very well. Like, that's just, like, these are some of the weird facts that are going to be about Faye now. You also don't necessarily see out of this eye, although it does not entirely affect your depth perception. If you are to close your... we haven't decided which eye do you want this to be replacing.
Left.
Left? Okay.
100%. That's the bad eye.
Okay, so if you
This one
close your...
seems blue kind of weird. Take it.
if you close your right eye, you cannot see. But if your right eye is open, you have an understanding of space approximately, like, very, very close
Almost
to
as
how
if
you
I
did
had
before.
2 eyes.
Yeah.
Cool. Noted.
Mhm.
Faye is going to practice blinking with only her right eye to avoid unsettling people.
We also have... this also takes up an attunement slot. I don't remember if I've said that specifically.
Done.
And the warmth of the jewel on your... the stone of your watcher, the stone of the watcher that you have, has gone cold after this is finished.
Wasn't it cold anyway?
Cool? I think it was cold to the touch, but like there is a noticeable difference.
I don't think I can attempt to utilize it without a target.
In any case, you will be able to leave in the morning. You'll probably still not feel very well, but you'll be in a place where you can leave in the morning.
Great.
And I sent you a hospital bill, right?
Yes.
Cool. Alright, Oryx, did you leave before the fate of Zero was decided, or did you wait?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm out. I'm not watching another friend die. I'm done.
Okay. You head out north to the field ward. You meet up with Yaxit, who will take you to Jack. Unless there's anything else you need to do in the meantime beforehand.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait because that's the whole reason we came back in the first place was for everyone to go at once. And since I have to wait at least for Valor,
I mean, I don't think we were gonna decide just yet. I think either way, Zira wanted to wait.
Yeah, I mean, like, the fate has been decided, but Zira's not going to do anything unless, before Faye comes back with the verdict on her drow friends. So,
Be a while now.
yeah. Zira's still alive and still a crow.
If that's the case, I imagine that Razik and Pete are probably tagging along if everybody's going to the Sea Ward, and I'll leave Leander in the care of Blossom.
Done. All right.
Yes.
All right. So without Faye, the rest of you can meet up and head fieldsward. Is that right?
Sounds right.
Sounds about good.
All right. The exit will take you to the quarter of the Fields Ward that is reserved for those who speak predominantly Common. Some humanoids, some orc kind, and did I say Common? I meant to say Goblin. I don't know what I said. Hobgoblins and the like. There is some uncomfortable looks, especially because, as I've said before, the residences of these streets are just kind of left at home to do nothing, and Yax's working kind of hard to go not necessarily unnoticed, but to move without making waves, and eventually takes you to a compound building, where he speaks in Goblin to a couple of folks and gestures to all of you, and you're all kind of looked at by the couple of the goblins who he's conversing with some skepticism. But after some reassuring, you are allowed entry into small quarters, but not unclean and not awful, but also incredibly crowded. And a wing of this building is dedicated to those who are still in healing processes, either unable to afford proper clerical attendance, or it is just convenient for them, or any harm that has come to them is just small enough that they can take care of themselves here. There's about maybe 10 or so who are here, and you're directed towards one individual who seems absolutely the worst out of all, who is sitting in a cot with his hands curled and white knuckling a blanket, and not moving a whole lot, just staring down blankly at his hands as he twists and pulls at the fabric a little bit. And one of the attending assumed physicians talks to him for a second, and he doesn't really look up. There's just a very small nod, and again the attendant then speaks to Yaxit, who then translates to you. Apparently his situation has gotten worse. Whatever it is. It sounds like he was partially under a tunnel collapse, but something happened before. That's what he saw. They just told me that he doesn't really speak a lot anymore. I don't know if you're going to be able to get a lot out of it. And he kind of steps away so that you, steps out of the way so that you guys can talk. And he also indicates that Jek speaks Common as necessary, but might not speak back.
Before Gexit
Mhm.
moves out of the way, he was in a tunnel collapse.
One more time.
He was in a tunnel collapse. You said, has he said anything to anyone already?
He asks and then responds, replies to you. He's said a few things to a couple of folks, but I don't know how much. I mean, I don't know how much you're gonna be able to get out of people who weren't there. I don't know how helpful that would be. Talking to someone who's hearing it secondhand.
I just didn't know if I didn't want to make him go through anything that he had reliably said to someone already, but it sounds like that's not going to really be something I can avoid.
He kind of nods.
What's the goblin's name that's was in the tunnel collapse?
Check. J-E-K.
Hello, Jack. My name's Radek. Are you in much pain?
One of his ears flicks and he shakes his head.
Well, that's good. If you are in any sort of discomfort, and you tell us, we do have some magics that might be able to assist that. Do you understand?
He nods, and the attendant pulls on Yax's sleeve, who then translates. Apparently he can't move his legs anymore, but other than that, his injuries were minor.
Oh, I see. Jack, would you mind if I try and do something about your legs?
He looks up and blinks a couple of times and nods.
I'll see if that does anything.
Guess debilitating effect definitely counts. Yeah. Okay. The shock of sudden return to control over limbs definitely is unsettling, and that is expressed verbally.
Whoa! Just stay in bed for a bit. You'll get used to it again. I'm glad we were able to help. This happened when you were in the tunnel collapse?
He nods.
I'm sorry, that must have been scary.
He nods.
Was that the scariest thing you saw that day?
He shakes his head.
No, I suspect not. It sounds like what you saw before the tunnel collapse was even scarier.
Nodding.
Do we have a map of Waterdeep? Anyone? Zira, you usually have maps.
Yep, I do have a map of Waterdeep as it happens. Give me a moment. Zira will as do everything within like the span of like 8 seconds of jumping off of Valor's shoulder onto the space next to her, transforming into Zira, taking out from her pack the map, kind of just dropping it in Oryx's arms and transforming immediately back as a bonus action.
That's still incredibly startling to everyone here.
Yes, I know. We're an odd bunch.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Jack, can you show me where the tunnel was?
He points to a place in the northwest corner, or to the northwest in the Sea Ward, a place on Chasio's Trot. And I will, for the sake of the interactive map, give you the name of the location, Teslar's Tower.
What's going on? But I can't load that map.
Oh no. Like the website's not opening for you?
Yeah, I get the first round of dots and then it just sits there and loads.
Oh. Oof.
That's a bummer.
Worry
Sorry,
about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
What's it
Yeah.
called again?
Teslar's Tower.
Teslar's Tower in chat.
It's like,
There's a search function. Got it.
yeah.
On Soul and Cassis Trot. Chassos.
So for comparison, how much of the Sea Ward was? So
Fuck.
I take it like the Sea Ward dropping into the sea literally means that this is beachfront now, relatively speaking.
Pretty much up until almost Shield Street, and northwards we've got Wrightstone Street down to about Rough Road.
Okay.
And
Big,
by sinking into
big part of land.
Yeah.
And by sinking into the ocean, do you mean like the land? Yeah, like is it a sinkhole? Like everything collapsed and now it's just deep water there, or is it like the land kind of started sinking, like there was like soft sediment and it just started sinking into the ocean, but very very quickly?
More like sinkhole towards. Okay, so how Waterdeep kind of sits on, sits on the coast, is it is kind of a cliff face precipice, more or less, that almost overhangs some deep water, like on the farthest reaches of the beaches, technically. So the farther east you go, the more solid rock is underneath. That is all sinkhole down into more earth. But some of the farther western parts of the land, like the far mudflats and a couple of the streets immediately inside the wall are gone. But they're like in the ocean specifically. But there is more or less a, I guess, ridge. There's a point where it transitions from having fallen into water into falling into stone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a large portion of this just fell into its own infrastructure, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, the majority of it, technically. But yeah.
And so this place they're describing would be like in the midst of the rubble, or possibly on the edge of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. out of character at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the map, this can all be indicated to you
Mhm.
by the people who the witnesses you have around.
Yeah.
I love this map. It's so gorgeous and helpful.
Yeah, whoever made it is a gosh darn hero.
Search function. So
With
good.
the search function and everything, doing God's work.
Can you tell us anything about what you saw before the collapse?
He gives you an expression of sympathy, but doesn't say anything.
I understand it. It sounds like it was very traumatic. I mean, you lost the use of your legs as a result of this whole fiasco. I understand, but you know, we are here to try and prevent it from doing any more damage. So any information that you can share with us can assist us in making sure that it doesn't threaten anyone else. Was it a person that you saw or people that you saw?
He shakes his head.
Was it a creature of some sort?
He nods.
Oh, a creature. Was it a creature like you'd see in a zoo?
Shakes his head emphatically.
Oh, so this was a very unusual creature.
Nods.
Did it look like a? Did it look like partly a person, but how do I describe a mind flare?
Well, like an octopus.
Yes, a person with an octopus for a head.
You guys are on a coast city. People know what fish look like. He nods.
So like a mind flare?
Mm-hmm. Were there a lot of them?
His brow furrows and looks a little confused.
This thing you saw, was there more than one?
Nods.
Not just
Do you recall about how many you saw?
He starts counting with his fingers, gets to about 4, and then shakes his hand with kind of iffy gesture.
Oh, well, that's very helpful. Thank you.
Did the Beastmaster have any sort of like markings or like special look to him?
I don't think that there would have been anything.
He was albino.
I don't think there's anything incredibly specific about him.
Oh, he was out. Okay,
He was white. His
he
skin
was
was white.
albino.
All the
Okay.
other ones we've seen have been purple. He also had red eyes.
Then I'll ask
But-
him.
Sorry,
Pro-
but a side
sorry.
point, he also wore like a cloak all the time, and we didn't get to see that until someone got really close to him.
Okay, gotcha. Until
ahead.
someone got really close and mulched his brain in. Woo!
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, dabble do ya? Yeah, then I won't. I don't know. He didn't have.
know there's more than one. I don't think it matters if that specific one is there. Frankly, we have seen others. This is a conversation to have not here.
I agree. You've been very helpful, Jack. Does anyone else have any other questions? Well, I hope you feel better. Here, have a good berry.
He takes it and then puts a hand out on your arm and begins with his hands asking for something to draw with or write with.
I believe I have a pen. No, I don't.
Does
I have
anyone have a pen or an inkwell or anything?
Actually, you probably have a notebook.
Last session, I lent Zira a writing
Yes.
utensil and
Oh my
paper.
god. Zira's going to transform back into a person and this time wait a little bit longer. As to not startle everyone, I'm going to put the inkwell by his bedside and hand him the pen. I just don't have paper. I only had the one sheet.
I have paper.
Oh, good. Zira transforms back into a bird and perches on Val.
He puts his finger into the ink and begins smudging around a shape with a large dead eye and several extending tentacles. And it's kind of hard to what's the
No, it's
word?
not.
Well, no, it's like it's not a good drawing, but like it looks like a beholder without a mouth.
Oh, interesting.
Oh no. Oh, June knows. Oh, June knows exactly what this is. Uh-oh.
You want to share with the class, buddy?
No, because that's above the board knowledge.
Make
Well, yeah,
a nature
but you're
check.
the one who fucking said something.
Huh. Not high enough to for Zero to know what that is. Besides understanding that it is a boulder.
Do you have somewhere to go when you are healed and can leave here?
With some hesitation, he nods.
You have someone to help you and all that? Someone who will help you?
He nods.
Oryx will go ahead and count out. I gotta invest in some smaller coinage. 5 platinum pieces?
Okay. If that's handed to him.
Yeah.
Huh?
She will put them in a little thing and hand them over to him. We can probably help a lot of people. Thank you.
There's a sincere look of gratitude.
Anyone else? Anything? Jack, did you see them go anywhere specific or come from anywhere, or were they just in the tunnels that you guys were working in?
He thinks for a minute and with his hands gestures as if something is crashing down, and then wipes his and then kind of wipes his hands in front of him as if to say like flattened.
Are you trying to say they descended from above and they flattened this area of the city?
A bit of an iffy hand, but a nod.
So it sounds like they were not in the ground causing the collapse from some sort of explosion, but rather above the ground causing the collapse by pressing down with some great weight.
He shakes his legs and then or shakes his head and then taps his legs.
They took out the foundations.
That would explain why they were in the tunnels if they took out the foundations.
I see.
He nods.
Can you draw on this map where the tunnel that you were in before the ground collapsed? Where did it go?
He looks and, with ink still on his finger, marks that he was just at Chassos Trot, in the western half of that street, or the eastern half. Which is close to that tower.
That's a good, 3 blocks inside the Sea Ward?
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Not for me.
Okay. So you all leave?
You didn't speak undercommon anyway, never mind. They didn't say anything, did they, that you could hear? The creatures you saw in the tunnels?
He winces and puts his hands to the side of his head and shakes his hands.
Are you trying to say they spoke to you in your mind? Or
He-
just... Go ahead.
He nods.
Understand them? Or was it a weird language?
Shaking his head.
I will say it, a phrase in Undercommon. Something like that.
He thinks and indicates it almost.
I'm sorry, not undercommon. I know deep speech, not undercommon.
Okay, I was a little confused. A nod.
Okay. Anyone else? Because short of asking to let somebody go through his memories, I don't think we're going to find out what they said, and I'm not about to. He's been through enough.
No, Jack, I think you've been very helpful. Thank you.
Has he been, like, magically feared? Is he under the effect of a spell?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so, but just to be safe.
Nothing to latch onto there.
Right. No,
I think he ran into some horrible creatures in a tunnel that was falling around him, and that's a lot.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, is that it?
That's all I got.
that's it for me.
Yep. Cool.
On the walk back, I would like to approach Oryx. Say, have you given any more thought to those statues that we saw at the Cantor's place?
The petrified people.
Yes.
We'd bring it up to someone. Blackstaff, the Enclave. There's a lot of them. I think it would. The more people who could break that sort of magic at once, I think the easier it would be. Why?
Oh, so you definitely think that we should bring, assist in bringing them back, or at least facilitate bringing them back.
Of course, why wouldn't we?
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to get my head around it. I spoke with Pete about it earlier, and he seemed to be of the opposite opinion.
Those are creatures.
Yes,
I
but
know some of those kobolds, and I'm fairly certain that they're okay. Maybe not the kobolds being missed so much because that's just kobold life, but there's clearly those lizard folk were from the tribe. The humans must have families that care for them or are missing them.
Oh well, I mean, I must say, Pete did make a stipulation that if we knew that these were good individuals, then we should definitely bring them back. But I think he said that absent that knowledge, he thought it was a bad idea.
Why would it be a bad idea to help someone?
Well, what if they're very dangerous? What if they're like the Cantor?
They have just been through an experience that could change them. And even if not, do you leave 40 people trapped in eternity in stone, worrying about the few that may not be good?
I don't know. That is a good question.
I think if I were trapped in stone like that, I would want someone to help me out. And so I think it falls on any who can to help. And it doesn't have to be us specifically. I think I know Waterdeep has a lot on its plate, but there are other places that could send help. I don't know, maybe the Temple of Lathander from Daggerford. They might be able to help with that if we contact.
Well, that's a good idea.
What was his name? McCain? No, I have it written down. I think.
Oh, I'm sure Pete will remember.
I don't know that Pete met him. Raymond Farewell.
Well, there's a lot to consider. I've just been thinking a lot about the spark and meat and what is alive and what is not, and the petrified things are very confusing.
I guess because I've experienced one and not the other, I can't begin to imagine what they go through while they are statues. Maybe it all stops. I don't know, and it's not really important in the end, I think.
No, I guess not. But you did say you knew some of them, some of the kobolds that were there,
Mm-hmm.
and they were from your tribe.
I mean, I don't know that I necessarily knew them well, but I recognized them from my tribe. Yeah.
I understand, but yeah, and you've got some familiarity with that land, yes.
Yes.
Did you have any idea that workshop was there? I mean, we hadn't met Vala, or you hadn't met Vala, so knowing what it was would be impossible. But did you have any idea that was even there?
No, we did not spend very long in that place when we.
Yeah, just making deliveries, I guess.
Yeah, and no one wanted to stay there. The being away from the Warrens, being away from our work, being away from everything else, it was better to simply arrive, do what we needed to do, and leave. The less time we stayed around Decanter, the less chance there was that someone drew his attention.
Yeah, and got turned to stone, I guess.
Some were not even that lucky. Some were simply turned to dust.
Yeah, I guess stone's better. At least they've got the possibility of being brought back now that we found them. Okay, well, thank you.
I'm a little worried that there's another beholder creature here in Waterdeep. In all the times that we went there, that we never saw another one. And that, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was Decanter. I'm very sure, but you know, magic and all that. Maybe I don't know. I don't like this. This feels wrong.
Well,
I
I
mean-
don't like any of it.
The distinct lack of mouth worries me. It'd have a lot more teeth if it was a decanter.
I don't know, maybe somebody in the Enclave or somebody at the tower will know. Maybe Decker will know.
All right.
Okay. What do you guys want to do next?
Guess we're waiting a bit since Faye is currently laid up on medical leave and didn't tell anyone.
Actually, I mean, we don't really have to, right? I mean, does the body decay after, or rather, not decay? Of course it does, but like, does the body disappear after you get reincarnated,
It
or just the
doesn't s-
piece? Because it doesn't specify.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons I think the reincarnation was, if this was the route you wanted to go, one of the strongest ones, because it doesn't require you have the body.
Right. Yeah, it just requires you have a piece, and the piece is part of the components, and that's what's consumed and not the body itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the body's gonna stew. That's fucking wild. Imagine just like looking down at your old body.
Huh? Yeah.
for a day.
Huh, June. Huh. Weird. Imagine looking at your own dead body. Huh. That's never happened to any of us before.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell.
Nah.
I don't know.
Nah, couldn't be me. Nope.
I recently had something like that. I saw several old dead bodies.
Right, times 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
like quite
This
a
has
few
never
old
happened in this
bodies.
game before. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, that's standard. That's Tuesday.
yeah, it's that's just
Seeing
Mondays.
Seeing your own dead body is the existential crisis shorthand for this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing your own live body is just as bad too, arguably.
I don't know how
At
I'm supposed to
Oryx.
take this.
Hey, you know what? This time it's not your fault, alright? You can sit back and be completely
Yeah.
safe in the knowledge that this is entirely June.
Well, it's nobody's fault because it's not going to be like traumatizing or anything. Zera's probably just going to be like, "Huh, that's weird."
Oh yeah,
I never
except
noticed
for
that.
Yeah,
everyone
I-
else in the
Wow.
party.
Repeatedly.
literally
hammered.
everyone told you not to do it, and we're all gonna be upset with you when you do it because we told you not to.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
Just no trauma there, no trauma, none at all.
No fun. I'll get Decker to do it. She's been wanting to fucking beat my
Decker's
brains in
dead!
for the longest time.
What? No.
Decker's
brought Decker
undead.
Hi?
Decker got
Yeah, see-
witched.
Okay, look, dude. This is what I'm saying. Why I don't like. I didn't want to say it because I feel like Zera has always had this thing of not speaking "quote unquote" out of line because she's not part of the group. But what do you mean we've lost people? Leander's back. Decker is back. We didn't lose
He
anyone.
died!
They died. Cool. They're
For
alive
like
now.
a sec.
I feel like you're kind of missing the context of that statement there.
Yeah, because I mean, she didn't have any stake in it. Like, cool.
No. Every person in this group has lost someone.
Yeah.
Like, not just people within the group, but everyone out, like every one of our characters, if we're going above table here, every one of our characters has lost someone. Except I don't know if Faye has explicitly lost somebody, like, and permanently lost them.
Not in a death way.
Yeah, not in a death way.
She has alienated her family and failed the romantic attempt.
Lost the love of her life.
Twice.
Yeah, twice.
It's okay. You dodged a demon bullet there, friend.
Through
You're
the
really not
entirety,
missing much.
through the entirety of her own fault, no less. So, not a death per se. Maybe a couple emotional deaths.
Y'all need to go to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Faye.
Nah,
you
my
can-
issues are resolved. It's fine. It took 2 deaths, a campaign of revenge and murder, and crippling anxiety for plenty of life.
This is where Zira and the rest of the party have this sticking point. The rest of the party is like, oh my gosh, you're gonna die, and Zira's like, this is like polymorph with a roll of the dice and for way less money.
Way less money?
Yes, true polymorph. Are you fucking high?
Yeah.
Are you out of your gourd?
Yeah,
That only
Casting service cost
Holy
versus
shit.
material component cost. Because doesn't True Polymorph not have a costly component?
No, but it's
But the
We're-
scroll.
we're
None of us
we're
fucking know
talking-
how to cast it.
we're talking like $7,000 at
Yeah.
least for that scroll.
Oh wait, hold on. Are you saying $7,000?
What did I?
I can buy
do you
that.
want that?
Wait, I can buy that.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I didn't. You said it was on the same level as clone. Yeah,
What
no.
did I get? What did
I'm-
I quote you for that?
You quoted me like 20K.
Okay, yeah, it's higher than that. Then it's higher than 7. That's just what came off the dome just now. But like,
Fuck.
It is a 9th level
Yeah.
spell.
No!
yeah, it's a 9th level spell.
Yeah.
like, like-
you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
getting a
spell, and
wish
you could
scroll.
feasibly
The
turn yourself
reason-
into anything with it.
The reason when you suggested this to me earlier in this week, I was so excited about is because one, we're having finally some like possibly positive interactions between Razik and Zira for like the first time in the campaign.
How is this
Yeah.
positive? Even
Because
Razik
it's-
is like, this is a bad idea.
It's specifically because it is very explicitly a trust exercise.
Yeah, it's a favor.
Yeah, like-
Also,
like-
I'm not asking to like pay him either. I'm like, hey, you're doing this for me. I'll definitely pay you back in some sort of fashion later with a favor.
And
'Cause I
and
guess
second of
that's how that
all,
works.
even at 1,000 gold, like it still will ultimately be cheaper
So
than true
cheap.
polymorph.
Holy
Polymorph
shit.
plus, as I've said, like as Razik is working with the Emerald Enclave, if he needs components for like druid spells, he has access to them. So absolutely, like this is still the crazier of the two options, but it is better suited to kind of the narrative and time frame you guys have, and like and also just like it I mean, we've had 2 hours of RP about it, so like
Also, like, Razik may be against the idea, but he's also like, well, like, it's dumb, right? But you do lots of dumb things, and at the end of the day, if you kill yourself, like, I'm going to reincarnate you. So let's just
Yeah,
go.
the worst you can do is die, and I don't really care that much. So
and we'll take our 15 when
permanent
we get back.
T-Rex 0. I just read that.
Yeah, that's the other thing is none of you guys can cast True Polymorph, so that's just kind of hoping that things go well for you.
I mean,
Oh.
yes and no. Oryx's plan is just murder them when they show up again. Like,
Did I tell you guys about the time when I polymorphed into a giant ape on Friday and got smarter?
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Uh,
Her intelligence went up 1 point,
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be like
Which-
Panrin.
which was
Yeah.
a modifier point.
It was a modifier point. Went from 7 to 8.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm
I also
so
got
happy
wiser
about that.
by 2 points.
It was outstanding.
Still
Anyway.
playing David too, huh? That's in character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
15,
we'll
I guess.
15. We'll be back at past. And we will get back. We'll touch base with Faye, and then we'll handle
Killing
the rest
Zira.
of this. Yeah. All right, gang. The next day, unless there's anything else that needs to be done during this day, we're going to go to the next day when Faye can leave the hospital.
I'll probably ask Valor after we leave to go shopping for some ingredients, because I did some thinking, and Valor did just say that they were my friend, but also didn't want to kill me, so I think I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna DIY
Correct.
this whole dealio. So yeah, I just want some materials for a poison that'll.
Okay. As strong as you are, and even though you have some of the lowest HP in the group, you are still stronger than a common. You are going to require a heavier poison, and the ingredients for that are going to be 100 gold.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's and you also know what you're going into. You know what you're getting, and getting components isn't going to really necessarily be suspicious or strange. It'll be fine. You're making it yourself.
Yeah. I could reasonably assume that a lot of this stuff is like naturally occurring and is probably used in alchemy in general. So some person coming through to make a alchemy purchase. You're rolling the dice anyways.
Okay, we'll need an alchemy check in order for you to craft this item.
Where are my things? Poisoner's kit. What attribute? Is that wisdom?
I will let you query either wisdom or intelligence.
Alright. Wisdom it is. Phew, fuck me.
Worst it could have
Uh,
been.
The DC was 15.
Oh, yes, DC 15, baby.
Okay. Alright. So you have something that will kill you kind of slowly, but effectively, and not necessarily painlessly, but, you'll be okay.
Suffering's the spice of life, baby.
Anything else for the evening?
Not for orcs that I can think of.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got something.
Oh, okay.
I'll use my last slot before go to sleep. I'm going to try and scry on Bren.
Okay, cool.
I pull out my little shallow dish that I made from green dragon scales, and I fill it with some water, and I focus up.
Right. Ren is a dragon. He's not just gonna let things scry on. I think I have to.
Oh yeah, no fucking way.
Yeah, I think I can roll that wisdom save. Oh, he rolled a 29.
Fuck! And I pour the water back in the thing and call it a night.
That's a pity. I was actually hoping that would work. But I couldn't in good conscience just let that one happen.
We're gonna have plenty of nights where I got a 5th level slot left.
Let's see. Let's see. Has... Well, what does he get? Well, even if you rolled a 19, that still saves. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. Next morning, Faye, you are released. You are pretty tired still from your whole ordeal and the disorientation that you kind of have from still getting adjusted to your new ocular device is challenging, but you can go as you'd like, to speak with who you'd like, contact who you'd like.
Okay. I'm gonna set Ava on navigation and then doze off and take a nap as I go back to the shop where I know I can find a Brigandar's associate.
Okay, cool. You head out to the docks towards that little shack, and when you arrive, it is completely boarded up. It is locked down and looks as if it has never been occupied in years.
Those bastards. Right. Well, the good news is I know where to find more of them. The bad news is that I'm gonna need my friends. So I'm gonna go find my friends.
Okay. I don't think we established. I assumed, like, Razik was hanging out at Falconmere, but where's everyone else spending the night?
On Valor.
E- Wherever everybody else is. Just stand powered down in public.
With a raven just kind of like.
Yeah. Just
Is Decker still at Falconmere?
Yes. Where's Arx going?
Well,
You're welcome to stay at Falcon.
yeah, I don't think she would yet. You know what? Everybody else, if everybody else is staying here, she'll stay with everyone.
All right, and Faye, I think it's reasonable enough for you to assume that you find at least Razik at Falconmere, and it just so happens that everyone else is there too. Whee!
Right. Don't be mad.
Huh.
But what happened to your faith?
I have installed the crystal in order
The
to further
crystal.
garner its functions.
And you didn't tell us?
I didn't want anyone to volunteer for it. That wasn't me. You're all young and pretty and have stuff to do with your lives. I got maybe 50 in me, tops.
I am not young or pretty.
You're probably
Just-
ageless. I wouldn't worry about it.
What does it do that you thought implanting it in your face was a good idea?
It's a communications device, two-way. If anyone tries to contact a cantor, I will now receive the message.
Yeah, no, Oryx, we covered this yesterday. This is another one of those bad ideas I was talking about.
Fair enough.
Razik is correct.
This
Hey,
is also
Razik,
kind of flack I didn't particularly want to get when I brought up this.
Razik, can I see one of those circlets that you've been carrying?
Yeah, certainly. Here you go.
I will put it on.
Okay. What sort of space would Faye create, given the opportunity, as a room for communication? The stipulations are that it is small, and it has 8 doors.
A comfortable living space in a medium-sized house, like a large living room, with a nice table with some art supplies on it that are halfway opened with a halfway finished painting, and numerous trinkets also spread out on the table. Maybe some tea, a large, comfy couch, some plush furniture, and maybe a stairway that leads to a couple of the doors.
That is the space that Oryx, when you put the circlet on, you can see in your mind's eye, although now you have some clarity where you can still see what you would ordinarily see um, through your own eyes. And Faye, there is in the same way you are like silently and consciously alerted to someone entering a space that you have, without acknowledgement or conscious decision, created.
Do I have control over this space?
Not really.
Right.
Like
I'd also
you
like
can.
to add that there's a fireplace. I didn't say that, but I was envisioning.
Okay. Yeah, that you can you have control over basically how it manifests, and in some degree you have control over the ward that allows people to use it.
Okay.
For example, like Decanter had fear set on it, and that a paralyzing fear. And you have a small amount of control over that.
Great.
But this is not something you would have known upon attuning to it. This is something you only would have experienced upon someone entering the space.
Someone trying to, yeah. Great. Welcome.
How many of the circlets had we found?
I have three.
Have we found? So there's probably some still out. Well, I guess at least there's one positive out of this. There had to have been an easier way,
Nope.
rather than taking out an eye.
Nope. Not without risking damaging or destroying the artifact entirely. I considered it for a while. Maybe not circumventing the sacrifice, but trying to loophole it by, I don't know, creating a new eyeball to replace. But the adverse effects that could have had are, not worth toying with at this exact moment. We have things to do. God, I am tired. Oh boy. Oh god. Surgery's not fun, guys. Especially when you're this old. Oh, hey, by the way, that thing I said before about having like 50 years left in me, that's like true. I figured out about how old I am.
Question to the GM. Do we hear Faye and Oryx having the conversation inside the room?
You're just standing there.
Sarah steps
Yeah.
away.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are communicating telepathically or if you guys are just like talking.
I've been speaking out loud since I said welcome. After that.
Yeah, and once it's clear that once it's clear that Faye is done speaking through the bonds, Oryx would just take it off.
I'm going to produce the other ones. And
So otherwise,
offer them.
that's kind of rude to just be in somebody's head.
Yeah. That's great. I'm gonna take out the other circlets and offer them to the party.
Valor can hold on to mine. I don't really exactly have a head for it.
I only have 3, so that works
How
out.
does it-
We'll definitely take one.
How many have we gotten so far? I forget how many.
Actually, that's a good use of time right now. Let's figure out how many circlets we have.
I have exactly 3 in my inventory.
I'm down to take one.
Does anyone else have any?
I think
I think
Razik had some because I just asked for one from Razik.
He has a few, right?
I have a
hearing, so-
few. I have no idea exactly how many
Oh
because
boy.
I'm helpful that way.
We got the one out of Lork. That was the first one we found.
Uh-huh. That's not the one that I have, for sure. All the ones I've picked up, I have gained since I rejoined the party in Waterdeep.
Yeah, and that was
Which
the
means that it was also after Daggerford, so you guys had one there.
yeah. We never got the one from the hag that was here, but we got the one from the beast lord that was here.
Yes. So I
Mhm.
got the one from the Beast Lord
And didn't we get the one from the hag on the road?
Dragon.
Mhm.
And the,
No,
the heck
the hag on
No,
the
that one was
road was not
connected,
one of Decanter's. You guys killed one of the hags early on, but I don't know that you
but
ever found
she
the
didn't
circlet.
have one.
Yeah,
She didn't have
we
one,
got
or we didn't
Zix
find
and
one of the two.
Daggerford. Zix, Daggerford, Beast Lord,
Dragon.
Lork. We knew there was 8.
We never got one from
We never got one from Rolf. And
Rolf.
they weren't using one for Liachu,
That's
Panrin's,
because
or not Panrin, excuse me, Sprite Pepsi's patron is the word
Yeah,
we
yeah.
used. Sorry, Doug.
we never actually met that guy.
How
Correct.
very dare you?
But
So we
Uh,
only have the 4.
4. We only have 4. Because yeah, the one for Rolf wasn't with Rolf because the person who was manipulating them for Decanter was in the Zentarum,
Was
and we
in the
never poked
Zentarum.
around enough there.
Right. We never
Figure
made
out
it to
who
the
it
High
was.
Forest to get Auntie Agatha's.
That's accurate. We did kill Auntie Agatha, but she probably stored that somewhere before she died.
Right.
I mean, we could go peel through the old shop because we're gonna have to go to Skullport in a second anyway if we want to get in touch with the Brigandarth.
Yeah, but that's been a while. That might not even be there
I mean,
anymore.
it might not be there, but it's worth checking if we're gonna be there anyway.
True.
There's a chance it was secreted away well enough that only someone with discerning eyes and magical senses could find it.
Or at the very least, who was actively looking for it.
That too.
Well, do you want me to go ahead and do the deed before or after we transport the body?
Sorry, what? Oh, I didn't get a chance to talk to the Brigandarth. Turns out surgery is really hard on you, so I just kind of slept the rest of the day. The other thing is, I tried to get in touch with them this morning, like an hour ago, but the place they were doing business out of has been abandoned, I assume because Waterdavian officials came sniffing around after we blew up a house.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have to go down to Skullport if we want to get in contact with them, because that's the only other
Yeah.
place that I know that they spend time in here.
So, before? Yeah, might as well just do it now instead of there, right?
No,
Extra pair of hands?
sorry, what?
Extra pair of hands to help haul the body down to Skullport?
Sorry, you want us to carry a body through the entirety of Waterdeep in the middle of the day to Skullport?
Well, hey, GM, the poison doesn't work instantaneously. How long does that take?
Well, probably the better part of it.
Why don't you just do it in their custody?
Yeah. I mean, it'd take a while, but sure. Okay. Whatever.
There is a poison that exists that does activate, no joke, on a timer. It just deals psychic damage and could it'd be a painful and awful death, but it would kill
Yeah.
you, and it would work at a very specific time if that's really what you want.
Nah, I'm good.
All
That's-
right.
I'll go with like the better part of just go into a coma and slip softly into the sweet goodnight, only to be ripped right back out.
Cool.
Do you want it to just be me and you?
Fine. You want to cheat that Raven Queen out of some additional misery? That's your business.
Oh man, when I'm submitting my time card when the time comes, she's like, well, you're supposed to.
I can't help but notice you were slacking off around name's date. you actively avoided pain for a while. That was not cool. And we're gonna have a talk about that in your quarterly review.
Right. So me and you having a field trip down? All right. Let's get it done.
Just you two?
I mean, it wouldn't make sense to have the whole rest of the people,
Sorry,
right?
what? No, we should probably take. What?
Who do you need to go with you to Skullport?
Just anyone who wants to come. I mean, if you guys have other things to do, feel free to stay. But like, otherwise, Skullport's a pretty dangerous place. We could probably just use as many bodies as we
It-
have.
Let's all go to Skullport.
The last time we were there, we murdered a shopkeeper. It's probably best if we all go.
It is the den of iniquity.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we didn't all murder a shopkeeper. I apologize, Valor.
It's good.
I'm sorry. We murdered a shopkeeper.
Sorry,
don't worry about the canter.
Oh,
Don't worry,
okay.
you two will have your chance.
It's a rite of passage.
I'd rather pass, thanks.
Okay. Are you sure?
Sure.
We're gonna need you in Skullport, though, Pete.
Yeah. I mean, if we get into trouble,
Okay.
probably gonna need your help.
Okay. As long as we don't get into anything too nefarious, like murdering shopkeepers again.
Oh no. That was in the name of holy righteous justice.
Okay, we
She
can do
was-
that.
She was a hag.
She was a hag that was working for Decanter. We're actually gonna go peel our under shop to make sure there isn't another one of these circlets of the bond in there while we're there.
It wouldn't hurt to also go looking around for any like structural damage, any sabotage in the.
That's
I don't
a
know.
good point.
Yeah, tunnels
Wait
lead
a
down
minute.
all around the underbelly of the city.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
probably where
it's
that's probably where
widely
the
not monitored.
saboteurs came from, right? Skullport? It would be
I
the
feel like
easiest
I
way.
voiced this before.
Maybe not while
Why
I was around.
would they go through Skullport?
Well, because it's widely unmonitored. Shady shit happens all the time. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, somebody's making a ruckus or doing something shady in Skullport. Nobody gives
Honor
a shit.
among thieves, baby.
Yeah, something
Thought
like
we
that.
established that that's probably not a real thing.
What? Have you ever done crimes before?
No is the
I
answer. and let's
literally
get going.
just
It's-
talked about murdering a shopkeeper.
I mean, like real crimes with criminals. Because I'm gonna take Zero's
You
word on
guys
this
criminals.
Find criminals.
one. I'm just gonna,
Nope,
I'm
we're
gonna-
not gonna do this.
I don't know. I just feel like Zero has seniority in this particular instance.
It's worth a look around, is all I'm saying.
Crawford was a criminal.
That is accurate.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Skullport.
Okay. You head to the
Oh, wait.
lion?
Oh no. How to the fuck no? Are there any other entrances that I know of?
Not that you know of. That's the Zent's entrance.
Do do do. May as well go kick the doors down.
We should go. We should put you in the bag of holding for 10 minutes while we pass through.
Not a
10 minutes. It
not
doesn't
the
take
word.
10 minutes to walk through the bar. How long can I hold my breath?
10 minutes in a bag of holding.
Yeah.
That's
Why all of a sudden is the bird not good enough as a disguise?
I don't know.
Because I don't know, man. I think
the thought of shoving her in a bag tickled me. Is why I said that. Not that it was important.
Good bit.
no.
That's
Very
fair.
good bit.
That's 100% fair.
Just
Yeah,
like,
no, you can. I will. Yeah, go ahead. Do what you need to do when we enter. I mean, like, it's a valid concern. Not many people have raven pets,
Oh,
especially
hey.
not going into these
Is
sorts
there,
of
like-
establishments.
is there like a password we need to know or something? None of us are Zeds.
Ah, Christ. None of you know thieves can't. Oh, no.
What is
Oh,
thieves
I hate
can't?
my life.
I mean, you could translate for Valor.
Did you say Panrin cameo?
Just tell. Wait. All right, just tell Valor what to say. Valor used to work with a Zent. He can claim that he works for Master Crawford or worked for Master Crawford, and then you can translate for him and tell him what to say.
Mostly I moved boxes.
Yeah.
Cool. I will before we head out, I'm going to go ahead and transform back and try and if there's any sort of like if it's like a call and countersign sort of thing, I'm gonna teach him the countersign in Thieves
Mhm.
Can't. Just sign and then just be like, if the barkeeper does this, you just do this simple thing and they'll let you through. Okay, cool. And we'll spend a few minutes going over it, of course, because I don't want him to fuck it up.
Yeah, I guess it's just a hand motion.
Yes,
It's like
the
sign
verbal,
language sort of
yeah,
thing.
the verbal component for Thieves Can't, at least in my multiverse, is a sign language.
Okay.
Okay, and signs are not hard to. I'm not gonna make a check or anything for that.
I mean, I can mimic one. I don't.
Yeah.
I won't know what it means or know what anybody else's sign means, but
Exactly, and then that's
Do
all
the
that you
hand
really
motion.
need. Yeah. So, you guys head to the Grinning Lion, a boisterous and really silly tavern, realistically. A couple people recognize Harvel here, whose gaze acknowledges you, but she does not say anything. She just sees you from a distance. And do you attempt to sign your way past to get
About
to the secret door?
Valor's waiting for. Is Zira in a bag or is Zira like bird next to Valor?
Bird next
I'm
to
gonna
Valor?
bro. Bird next to Valor or in a
Yeah.
bag, guys?
Yeah, Bird.
How hard are you pushing that
If
back?
we, if we
you're-
were talking about this beforehand,
Yeah.
Faye's actual opinion is that you should stay on Valor's shoulder and like warn him if something weird happens, or like
Sure.
Think on my head.
translate for him if necessary.
Yeah, okay. Bird on Valor.
Yeah, Valor will wait to do the sign basically until Zira gives the like tap on the shoulder on the head.
Tink, tink.
And she would indicate to you when you get close to the bar, to the keeper. That is who you are supposed to sign to.
Right.
However, the sign he responds with is not the one that she taught you. And June, Zira would recognize this as a sign that the door is shut.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, Valor's still waiting for the like tink tink to do the
Uh,
sign.
Zero will oh boy. I can't like whisper in Valor's ear or anything without being so obvious, right?
I mean,
Pretty much.
I am going to fly off of Valor's shoulder and onto the ground and like start hopping along kind of towards the exit and kind of like tap the ground as I'm going every few paces.
Yeah. Valor will scoop you up and turn to the rest and then just start walking out.
As we're like leaving the bartender who was focused on us, I'm going to say, well, I guess the door's shut.
I do not know what that means.
To Skullport. It's a door. Anyways, Harville is here. I don't know. Faye, you know her, right?
Harville? We've met
Yeah.
twice? Three times? The first time Rosaries tried to kill her.
Right.
Razik and I are familiar with her. We liberated Lork with Harville's aid.
Well, you think she could help me?
I can ask.
I will hop down onto Oryx's shoulder.
All right.
Do we want to make the gambit that she's more loyal to us than to the Zents?
Well,
That sounds like a bad bit.
Yeah.
I will walk over to Harville.
It's oh man, I was gonna say some stuff, but yeah, I it's not a gambit to me.
Looks like we're all walking over to Harville, baby.
As they go, I think Valor looks at Raz and goes, "It is time to prepare for violence again, yes?"
no. Please don't.
Compensatory violence might be necessary.
Indeed.
Tavern brawl.
Harville acknowledges you with a nod as you approach, and nods towards the seat across from her.
I will clamber up into the chair.
I don't think Cody's encountered her yet, but she is a
Nope.
yeah, she's a bit of a taller, like thin woman with dark hair, and wears a scarf around her face and around like under her nose and down her neck.
Any obvious weapons?
Roll perception. She has a short sword.
Okay. So yeah, just armed in general.
Mhm.
For probably enough to know. Yes, armed. Broadly.
Yeah. She looks at you, Oryx, and gestures with her hand for you to speak.
Hello again. I know we haven't spoken since Lork, I think. Unrelated to any other matter that we may need to speak about later, have you seen Panrin lately? Do you still keep in contact with Panrin?
She looks a little worn when you say that, and then
I will
reaches
take that as
into
a yes.
into a belt pouch and withdraws a fountain pad and scribbles down for you a note that says, "You don't speak can't, correct?"
Correct. I don't wear the ring anymore. If you would like to speak into my mind, that is fine.
She scratches out the first message and then scribbles down, "I cannot any."
I'm gonna offer her a circlet of the bond, and then offer Oryx a circlet of the bond.
She looks at you with tremendous concern and skepticism.
I'm gonna take a gambit, and I'm going to say in Dwarvish that it'll help them speak telepathically.
She shakes her head.
Oh, great. All right. I'm just gonna lean in and whisper then.
She pushes the pen and paper towards you.
Oh, okay. I write it down.
And she looks at Oryx and then flicks her eyebrows towards Faye.
Oh, come on, man. We met like twice.
It's fine. And Oryx will put on one of the circlets.
Then she will as well.
Dang it. I had hoped she would remember me.
And the three of you are in that room. And she says, "Sorry, I lost that ability a couple of days ago when my patron was killed."
I'm sorry.
Could be worse, I'm still around. It's made things more complicated for me, but I'm still around. What do you need? What are you doing back here?
I'll let her explain the specifics of their plan. I'm just wondering if you still see Panrin at all. I gave him a sending stone a while back, but I had to turn it off for a while.
We spoke regularly, frequently, but the day I lost my powers, I lost connection with him. I didn't see him often, but I knew what he was doing. Often messages that came from my patron were extended through me to him.
You know if he's still alive?
He
I
was
don't
alive
anymore.
yesterday. But did any of those messages explain why he was hunting werewolves in the Trollbark Forest?
I know why he was hunting werewolves. They were a known ally to an enemy of Xanathar. Xanathar has been working for some time to dismantle the threat to his position. Unfortunately, it does not appear that neither myself nor Panrin were apt enough to really shake that threat.
Garl glitter golds. Golden shits. That's what Decanter was after. A position of power here. Usurping Xanathar. Okay. Alright. Well, he's dead now. I'm wearing his eyeball. That's how we're speaking.
Oh.
If that makes you feel better.
Well, I am still without the ability to speak. I have lost my ability to focus the arcane. I have lost the ability to communicate with the few people who remained of my band, who had any loyalty to me. It does not make me feel better, but I appreciate your sentiment.
You're in a bad position, but you're, eye for an eye, I guess. Vengeance isn't always the salve you would hope. Well, anyway, I'm trying to get in contact with the Bragan Darth, and they moved shop after an investigation, and the only other place I knew to find them was in Skullport, but apparently the Zents aren't letting anyone through right now.
That is because it is entirely overrun with mind flayers.
Well, that makes sense. Great. I have to guess
However,
the
if you're
light
looking
features
to
are-
speak with Jarlaxle, he is down there and doing what he does best, which is killing things without mercy. and looking quite fashionable while doing so.
Oh, do you know if he's using my patent?
What is that?
Ammo replicator.
For what?
Firearms?
Yes.
Ah, fuck yeah. That feels good.
It is,
Okay.
quite boisterously loud down there at the best of
I-
times.
Oh, I would have to imagine. Oh man, that makes me feel good. You know, I was kind of worried he would use it for less wholesome purposes than the wholesale murder of a bunch of mind flayers. But, you know, worries assuaged. So, are you aware of another way we could get down there? No, that's probably a bad line of questioning, isn't it? We probably don't want to be down there.
No,
Can
you
we-
don't. You'll certainly be killed.
So this Reagan Darth is down there. What can you tell us? What is the Zentarum doing right now? Are they still aiding these mind flayer forces? Are they
They were
making
ultimately
any-
the ones that allowed these aberrations into Skullport in the first place, usurped the entirety of its fragile balance.
Now it's chaos. That sounds like the Zents.
For those in high enough position, it meant a raise in status, power, influence. And for those of lesser, many simply were killed.
So they still have their hands on this.
Yes.
Disgusting. Alright.
There is something that these creatures are trying to bring with them. There's a under any wizard's tower there is the potential for a massive surge of magical power, or at least using the location itself as some sort of focus. I'm sure you understand what that means.
And this tower.
Might be used as the channeling point for something from another plane to try to make it through to this one.
Right.
Not that I know what that is. Whatever it was, Xanathar wasn't interested in it appearing.
Are you loyal to the Zentarum? I don't ask with ulterior motives. They're not friends of mine.
I don't see why I would be giving away all of this information if my loyalty was true to them
I agree.
at this point.
That's why I asked. We might need you to perform a function for us. That is to say, collect a pretty sizable bounty on our behalf.
Explain.
One of our friends is wanted dead or alive by the Zentarum. We intend to turn them in dead.
I could do that for you.
The bounty is 30,000 gold. Don't let them cheat you out of it.
And what do I get out of this? I
30,000
don't have
gold.
much. Did you say 30 or 3?
30.
Well, what sort of risk am I undertaking in this action?
We're doing it to throw off their scent. We're giving them a body and creating a new body for the soul. There is a possibility that they find out that this person didn't properly die. We're warding them against divination, taking precautions, but there's a possibility that it breaks bad, and then suddenly you're on their shit list.
Thank you for telling me.
The only reason we are not doing it ourselves is because we are known enemies of them, uh, which is part of why I feel comfortable telling you about this. I feel like you probably would have tried to do something aggressive if you were still in their good graces and knew full well the type of damage we've already done to them. Sorry, rambling. In any case, 30,000 gold and the chance that you'll be hunted if this falls through.
All right. There's places I can go anyway. It's not as if this city has much left for me, considering my source of power is gone, and the only people I can communicate with are all power hungry to an extreme for some thing, but they don't even know what it is they're exactly meddling.
Who is in charge down there now? We almost certainly wrongly have assumed that Decanter was the one pulling the strings and tying everything together, but I don't see why, if he has claimed the lion's share of this place, that he would have stayed in his tower and risked the confrontation with us.
I think
That
you're onto something there.
ultimately cost his life. Not to mention that forces marshaled by something like Decanter tend to fall apart when their leader is gone. With no ties beyond greed or fear to hold them together, when that source is gone, either something worse takes their place or something worse was already in charge. Even on the supposed eve of his victory, he let us into his sanctum, and he is now dead. So what holds power here, and what holds power in the Sea Ward?
One of those aberrants, those illithid. The others don't interact with it in the same way they interact with each other, as if it is a part of them.
That's the Beast Lord. It's gotta be, right? Elcadorix?
It could be, but
What if the Beast Lord was the orchestrator? He's got a penchant for splicing things together to explain the armies. Maybe he wasn't a tool, but the leader, and Decanter was just a mouthpiece because he had convenient magical technology and a silver tongue.
it's possible. I mean, we can't rule that out.
In any case, we're looking for an illithid. And when we find it, it's gonna be mush. But if it
Sounds
is
like
the
there's
Beast
a
Lord,
lot of them down there.
if it is the Beast Lord, we're also gonna have to start worrying about how it came back and how we're gonna stop it from coming back again.
It came back.
We murdered it and put it in a magical containment cell in Waterdeep proper. Handed it over to the Blackstaff.
You may have been here not long ago when there was a sizable explosion in town.
Yes.
That was our doing. An assault on its fortress.
What was the name of the family, Faye? Do you remember? he was pretending to be a part of?
No, I don't remember his alias.
They bred magical creatures.
Yeah.
Oh.
Illegal magical creatures and sold them for a premium. I think it was part of a
Yes.
funding for the war effort.
Yes, I'm familiar with or at least the household. Fyland household?
That sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Besides handing off this body, is there anything else you need from me?
You wouldn't happen to know how to trap a creature so it can't revive itself, would you? Or the means by which a creature might be reviving itself?
Making her roll an Arcana check. Hold on.
I think I rolled an Arcana check at some point, and the best I got was like, it's probably a lich.
Yeah, I think that was as close as you got. She says creatures that can either revive themselves have one of two systems of doing so. Either cloning themselves, in which case it is a costly experiment that requires time,
The body disappeared.
in which case you have to find its phylactery, its soul's cage,
You know
in
how
order
we'd
to
go about
properly
doing
destroy.
that.
You would have to know what it is. It can be any sort of vessel, as long as it is an object capable of holding something a soul can put inside of.
Is it... Let's take a table moment. Have we encountered an object like this? That was important?
I mean, the ring
phylac-
of mind shielding
Eh,
technically held
No.
a soul.
No, it needs to be like a physical container. Like a lamp or a jar,
Yeah.
an urn.
mhm. Well,
I had
you
a-
had
I had
this
a
really
puff-
fun thing that happened when you bombed the Fyland's household. And you didn't really get a chance to fully comb through it all.
That's true. It very well could have just been in that house. It very well probably was in the rubble. God.
I mean, wouldn't that mean that there was? Well, clearly it wouldn't have been destroyed in the explosion if he's still
No.
alive. So
No, it would probably be immune to most non-magical means of attack, and then probably immune to a few of those as well. But then where would it be keeping it now? On its person? That would be dangerous. Fuck. Can anyone think of any ideas as to how the fuck we will find this phylactery? Because my best bet is trying to comb its mind or interrogate it, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to give us anything. And also, we don't have a means to steal its thoughts or anything.
The real talk answer to that is basically the only method you possibly could use.
Yeah.
Even a lich in a different circumstance where you hadn't already raided its house, destroyed part of it, worked on rebuilding it, and all the other things that went into what happened at that household. If you weren't in a lich's lair, combing room by room, that would be the only way to find it, period.
Yeah, and we fucking blew up its old lair and then made sure it couldn't use it again, so it definitely has a new one somewhere that we have no fucking clue where it is. Oof.
Not
Oof, but-
necessarily the case.
Oofa doofa,
Is it
folks.
possible that the phylactery is still in its old lair in that underground stable?
It respawns next to its phylactery, so it probably picked it up when it left.
Hmm.
And it definitely got out of there either by killing people or completely undetected. One of the two.
Probably
like-
completely undetected.
I
given
feel like the
that-
Black Staff would have told us, yeah,
Yeah,
if the
that's what I was
guards there
thinking.
had been murdered. When they mentioned that the body was gone. Yeah, so it's a powerful Arcanist. There's a solid chance it just respawned in its lair, grabbed its shit, and then fucking teleported out.
Any last things you want to ask Harville?
You got anything, Ted? Because I can't. We're already asking her for a pretty big favor.
Yeah, I got nothing. If she was still in contact with Panron, I'd have used her to get a new sending stone to him. But
Yeah.
so.
When this mess is all over, I'm pretty easy to find. I know you're probably gonna get out of town, but I know I'm not the only person who can do this for you. But we can work together on figuring out a way to get you to speak again. You don't have to live with the disability if you don't want to. I mean, provided I don't die. Provided we don't all die in this very stupid thing we're almost certainly about to do.
Both in the real world where you can see her sitting at the table, and then in this projection space, you see her take a very glassy-eyed, contemplative expression before she just takes the circlet off and sets it down on the table.
I'm gonna gingerly collect that bad boy.
Okay. How do you want to proceed? Do we want to just kind of, is there anything that needs to happen before shit kicks off?
We need
June?
to. Oh, right.
No, Razik has my finger. I got the poison. Harville just needs to pick up my body and turn it in.
Yeah, we need to coordinate with Harville wherever she wants
Yeah, I was gonna
like,
say.
the body at, and then however she wants to transport it.
I think that can be done rather simply.
Yeah.
And she tells you, none of this is important, so she
Yeah.
tells you where to meet her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You work out the details.
all
Cool.
good.
Then it happens. I'll drink that poison in a very, very safe location. I'll probably go ahead and take off all my gear and belongings, except for I think I'm going to leave most of my adventuring stuff,
Mhm.
my backpack full of I'll sacrifice my rapier and my belt and things like that.
All your mundane goods that
All
no
my
one would reasonably
mundane
steal
goods that exactly.
after killing you.
Right. So it doesn't look like I have been stripped bare and am planning this. Yeah. So
Mhm.
I'll keep all my shit and I'll take it off my
Oh, before you die, it's probably better if Harville knows the type of poison that you're using to die, so that she can relay that information if asked.
Oh, right. I'll give her I guess I'll write down the ingredients.
Mhm.
Or just tell her the type of poison if it has a name.
Yeah, she's also a poisoner, so that's not an issue.
Great. Cool. That's a good idea and good.
All right. Once again, I'm not gonna be here for this. If y'all need me, you guys have circlets. I'm just gonna pass 3 circlets out to the party. I'm gonna go be somewhere that's not where my friend is killing herself against my wishes. I mean, all power to you. I mean, it's your body. Do with it what you want. This makes me very uncomfortable. I wish you wouldn't. Okay, goodbye.
I would like to take this opportunity to point out it sounds like the Zentarum are in a much different position than they were in when they put out these wanted posters. Perhaps you're not even on their radar screen anymore. It sounds like their numbers have been thinned.
They do have a rather big situation going. Something to occupy their time more than one escaped former associate.
Oh shit, Sarah, did Harville ever answer the question if she knew another way into fucking Skullport?
No, nobody asked. I was going to
I-
ask,
I
but I was
did
not in the
ask.
conversation.
I did
Oh.
ask, but she didn't answer. She gave me a sideways answer that was like, you don't want to be there right now.
Okay. Yeah, no.
I had forgotten that that's what had happened because I remembered asking. But I do want an answer if she has one. Fuck. Sorry to circle back around.
If that's something you really, really want, she can take you to another entrance.
Okay, just so we know, in case we decide we want to go in through Skullport rather than through the plant war
The
zone.
hole.
Okay. And
Neither
I'm
seems
curious, do you give her a circlet or is that just to the party?
It's just to the party.
'Kay.
I hand them to the party. They are free to do with them what they want. I'm mostly just giving it to them so they have a way to get in contact with me because I'm going to be somewhere else for this.
That's fine. It was more of a question of like if you want the resource to to find another entrance or something, that's going to be your
You
best way of
definitely believe
communicating
it,
with her.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's a good point. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Yes, then I will leave it with her, and then I'll take it with me after she shows me later. Yes, this is what's happening.
That's fine. Yeah,
Okay,
she can give it back later, but that's going to be the only
fantastic.
Yeah, cool.
That works.
Uh,
Yes. Okay. Good. I
all
see
right.
what you're saying. It took me a
Yes.
second.
Does anyone want to be with Zira, or does everyone want to get as far away as possible?
I mean, Valor will probably be there. If only because Valor wouldn't necessarily understand why you would want to be away.
So the three of you are in the dock wards in an old warehouse.
Sorry, for all her protests, Oryx would still be there.
Okay.
Oryx, you don't have to.
I know. My friend's gonna die. They're not gonna die alone.
I'll be right back.
The group of you are in an old warehouse where Harville indicates to you that now is the time to drink, and explains by writing it out that the wise decision right now is for you to take the poison, get as close as you can to the meeting house before you collapse, and then she will wait a while with your body until it gets cold and take you.
Cool. Do you want to make it look like I've been captured or something? Tie me up, have Valor carry me, or just carry me yourself?
She writes that it'll be easier to do once you've died. Be more convenient.
Cool. Then I'll just follow her.
The poison is a numbing that feels a lot like falling asleep, but every time you focus on the sensation is a burning, and it takes a while to set in. This is something that you would normally dose perhaps in food so that someone died later that night. And it is uncomfortable. There are people around you, obviously people who care about you who are around you. Harville is not necessarily one of them. and doesn't offer any comfort as you pass away, but that's also fine because that's not something you were looking for as it stands. When the last little bit of your vitality begins to slip, your eyes close in darkness, and there is a standing, quiet moment where you feel you are in the same open, gray space that you were in at the center of the Fortress of Misery. And you have a question presented to you, which is, do you really want to go back? Are the things that are waiting for you, if you return, more valuable to you than the possible boons that you have being such a good and hard worker? If you were to stay here,
And what would those be?
that is not a question, that's not an answer that you will get to receive. This is a gamble.
I have a chance to prove myself even more valuable. The boons I will receive when I return should be more powerful. It's not a guarantee, but it's a risk I'm willing to take.
The gray solidifies around you into the walls of the maze, and you sit with Song until the ritual is complete. Razik, at what point would you start working on this ritual? Would you do that today or the next day?
I would do it as soon as I am aware that she is in fact dead.
It feels reasonable to me that once Harville has suggested that enough time has passed, that she send Valor and Oryx away so that she can handle this herself.
Great. At that point, I'm definitely going back to do this at Falconmere just in case I need any assistance from Blossom or anyone else over there, and I know he isn't trained in this sort of magic, but I will ask Pete to come and just help out, even if it's just sort of support.
I'm doing it. Sorry, just came back.
No problem. Okay. This is a few hours. It's probably late at night, actually, when you get to this point after everything else that's happened today. Let's get a D100 roll. Okay, I'm actually going to leave this up to you two. Adam's the one casting it, but June, this is your reincarnation. Who wants to roll a D100?
You wanna roll those bones for me, Mr. Fate?
It's entirely up to you. You're the one who chopped
like
your
you gotta-
finger off and gave it to me.
Gotta do it, June.
Dude,
All right, I'm gonna roll these bones.
It's time to nut up or shut up, baby.
35. That's a very weird number.
Oh, that's excellent.
Huh.
I don't know her expanded list.
I'm so
Yeah,
mad that I don't have
I'll
this roll
expand
table. I'm
this.
so mad I don't have this roll table.
I know. I really want to see what it is.
I want to see what it is.
Pulling for Tabaxi.
That would be so good for me.
That'd
Very
be
good.
awesome, yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, I like that tone. I like that tone. This is setting up to be something good.
I swear to
better.
God, if I'm a half elf, I'm going to do it again.
If you're a halfling, I'm gonna die.
That's the long arm bugbear.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah.
ready?
Or they
I'm
call
ready.
them.
I'm ready
I'm
for this. Give it
Please
to
be a
me.
bugbear.
Oh no.
The body begins to reform around the little piece of flesh that has begun to fall apart on a very small, very visual level. We've talked a little bit about Razik's swamp druid magic, and I think that that's apt for this. Just kind of turning a little bit into sludge and then reconstituting and creating a very small, round individual with the pleasant, sweet features and broad shoulders. You are a stout halfling now.
Yes.
God
Yes.
fucking damn it.
Oh fuck
Why
yeah.
is it always halfling?
amazing.
Yes. Oh God. Yes.
Doing arm like pumps. Like yes. So good.
Yes.
So, on top of reduced speed
She's a poorly lady.
and lucky and brave, nimbleness. You also are going to get a constitution increase. You have a +1 to con, and you have resistance to
This is
poisoning.
the most clutch
poison
part.
damage and advantage on saving throws against poison.
That's so
That is
good.
so good.
Good narrative symmetry. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's good.
Holy shit, that's good.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
The universe has reacted to you dying from poison to giving you a resistance to poison. God. That is
Valor,
poetic.
Valor, come here and smack me with compassion. I want to be immune to bludgeoning damage.
Oh God. Fuck. I'll be the first one to ask this. Does she get to reassign her feat that no longer works?
No, I asked that. I already asked that, I think.
Yep, because the feat comes with training, not necessarily her. It's a racial ability, technically, but it's a trained thing.
Kick ass.
Cool.
The
It's
world's
take
first
away-
I don't
halfling.
even know which feat you're talking about.
Elven accuracy.
Elven
the first
accuracy.
halfling with
Oh,
elven
got it,
accuracy in
got
the
it,
world,
got it.
baby.
Yeah, that's
This is the most
strong.
accurate halfling in history.
A lucky
Oh,
brave little halfling.
luckiest
how do you
motherfucker alive.
how do you feel, Zero?
I mean, a lot better. Oh God. Oh no.
I'm crying.
Yeah, this is weird.
Well,
Definitely wasn't expecting that.
you're definitely sorta.
Uh-huh. Actually, I mean, taller than a raven, so little victories.
Yes, little victories. Well, let's go out and make sure everybody gets a chance to meet the new you.
I mean,
Oh,
isn't the whole point of doing this to hide her? So maybe
Exactly.
not introduce.
New
No,
name.
I just meant that the party gets to see the new you.
Right. New name. Any suggestions?
I've got a view.
All right, hit him. Shoot.
I mean, you should ask Faye.
Oh, Faye. Right. Okay. No, we'll get a name settled when we get back to the party. All right. Cool. I'll walk out to the rest of the folks. Hi there.
Hello.
It's your friend. I do need a new name because the old one is
Out with the old body.
You are quite little now.
Everyone keeps saying... Faye, do people say that a lot?
Yes. I'm not Faye, but yes.
I'm not Faye, but yes, Faye's not here. She left.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What? Why? Isn't that just like how you are? It's a stupid question, is what I'm saying. Anyways, I appreciate it, and thank you, Razik.
You're welcome.
Gosh, this voice is weird.
You can now ride on my shoulder, not as a bird.
Oh, don't tempt me, Valor, because I will never walk again. Wait, hold on. Can I ride Valor's shoulders and not impose disadvantage on his attacks?
No, unfortunately.
Now we're gonna need to build you like a battle papoose. Like a
Like a
like
howdah?
yeah. Yes. Oh, that's a fucking good
We're gonna
pull.
bolt the platform onto
Yeah,
Valor's shoulders.
that's a good pull, Ted. Fuck.
Exactly what I'm thinking.
Excellent.
Holy crap. Fantastic. Wonderful.
I
You
can
require
smell-
a new name.
Yeah, I do.
You want it to begin with a Z.
No. I mean, unless it sounds cool.
I got something real good for you.
Where is Faye, by the way?
Fucking-
We never really know
should
for sure.
Contact her and let her know that the ritual is done.
Oh, thank God! I was waiting for someone to do that.
Cool.
I'm gonna show
No,
up.
I
this
said we
date.
should. I didn't say I did.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Uh,
I'm kidding.
Valor will put on.
Oryx will be the one to contact.
You bastard!
Hey, she's back, sort of.
You make it sound like I came back incomplete.
Yeah,
Oh my
sorry.
God.
Sort of.
You
Excuse
you
me?
just lost like 3 feet of height.
It's about
so,
half
yeah,
my mass,
sort of.
I suppose. So yeah.
Oh
Which
no.
sort of makes everyone saying you're small now a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah.
We're not gonna rehash the 3/5 conversation. are we?
No, we're
Oh,
not.
Thank God. Thank God.
Unless Faye has something to bring into it. Hey, I'm still taller than you, nerd.
That's actually probably true.
Give
I'm
that
not-
dork
is.
gnome a swirly.
I'm only 3'2".
Oh, sweet Satan, those are the best words I've heard.
That actually makes you taller than Oryx.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, isn't Oryx 3'6"?
Mm-mm. Oryx is 3 foot exactly.
Oh, didn't she get like a growth spurt with the giant stuff?
No, I haven't hit that level.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It's so funny.
You're just so little.
She's just so little.
Then you become a kaiju.
Oh, fantastic.
I assume
Yeah,
at
you
this
should-
point, I'm imagining Ava like rocketing across the sky. Just fucking coming in hot.
Iron Giant style.
Yeah.
Interesting. I
What
did
do you
not know.
No, we can't do that because Ava can't fly. I can't let that happen unless
That's
you're
not
using your
true.
spell slot to
I'm
fly.
using the spell slot to fly. She's taking
All right,
the dash
cool.
twice.
But that's the joke. It's like, wow, I didn't know Ava could fly. Oh no, she can't still. Don't ask questions. She can't. Just roll with it.
She's more floating directionally.
I
It's
mean,
more really
there is-
powerful jumping.
there is a really important thing that if you try to fly into Falconmere, into like their courtyard and gardens, you will not be able to pass.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
No, I'm gonna alight at the entrance, pick up the light person, and walk in.
Okay.
Why would I? No, absolutely, well, no. That'd be terrible. That's
It
very
would be
rude.
terrible, which is why I warned you about it.
No, I mean it's very rude to just fly into someone's house instead of like walking in through the front door. The last time we did that, it was when we were about to kill someone.
I was about to say, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know Phala was truly the bastion of propriety and manners.
She learned a few.
Was this before or after you went on your vision quest?
Which vision? Oh, that was before. That was
Which
before.
vision quest?
Yeah, which one?
You've had multiple?
Yeah, was it the one where I was finding myself and
Yeah.
realizing that I don't need someone else's love to be valid? Or the one where I realized that I should love other people because they have feelings?
The latter one, I think.
Both.
Okay.
Porque no las dos.
It really taught you manners.
A few. She knows a few manners. She knows enough to get by in high society. That's all.
She knows how to use the front door.
She also knows how to stop talking, but refuses to exercise that right. Great. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna roll up. Oh. You lost a few feet, huh?
So I did.
Yeah, don't worry.
I wasn't.
Okay.
But the amount that people have been mentioning it sure is worrying.
Well, here's the thing. Us small folks can climb to get taller. Also, Ava. I tap Ava on the head. But big folks can't really get smaller without the help of magic.
That is true.
It's not as bad as it's cracked up to be. That said, I would avoid really crowded public places unless you have a group with you. It's a good way to get bumped into, especially in Waterdeep. Get knocked over.
Yeah, I'm feeling. I know that, like, two of you are almost my height now, but I can kind of feel it closing in on me a little bit. It's a very strange feeling. And there's only, like, what, 6 of you?
The world is already pretty big and scary. I can't imagine how much bigger and scarier it is when you're smaller. Oh, actually, wait.
Oh,
Yes, I can.
all
I
I'm
cast
saying
reduce on myself. To get
Is
smaller.
at least now, you know, there's as many of us as there are of them. That's all I'm saying.
Symmetry.
Short gang. Short gang.
Symmetry.
Short
I like.
gang,
I like.
short
Wait, who are you calling those people?
Yeah, who are you calling those people?
You
Jesus.
people.
Oh, it's always the short ones, huh?
I am very tall, but Razik is not very tall.
Man, I missed Willowin and fucking Panarin though. We
And
had
Potamus is not
party
very tall.
majority for a minute.
Yeah, but Potamus is also like 16.
I feel like we should stop bringing up his age. It feels.
He has time to grow.
I'm
Exactly.
Still growing.
No.
Tay,
Yeah,
Tay,
see,
start designing a howdah to bolt onto to Valor.
Oh
then-
yeah, easy. I mean, I could just replicate the system of steps and tethers that I have on Ava, on your chassis if you want, Valor.
Will it have a canopy on top?
I mean, I could make
Oh,
it have a
God.
canopy on top.
I would prefer for it not to encumber me.
I mean, it won't. I
It
could make
will.
it modular.
Give
it
you
will.
shade, keep the sun out of your eyes.
Uh,
The
it will-
sun
have
does not
eyes.
go into my eyes.
Well, lucky you.
I did not know this was a problem.
Yeah. It's less of a
Are you
problem
not
for me.
capable of staring at the sun?
Oh God, why would you do that?
I mean, I'm capable of it, just not healthily.
I have on
hurts.
occasion. It does not hurt.
No, stop! Don't, no. Oh,
They don't have eyes.
I don't have eyes.
what? Why? Why did someone do this to you?
I had the wildest thought. Do Forgotten Realms people know that dogs don't see color?
Probably
Huh.
because wild shape exists.
yeah.
No, you're right. Okay.
with
Druid
animals.
could report back. That's cool.
Yeah, speak with animals too.
I don't know that
Okay.
speak with animals would be as helpful in that regard as you think it would.
What's a color? And the dog goes, "What?
What?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Go get me that green thing. The what?
What color is
What?
this? What do you
People-
mean?"
People would also have a really easy time imagining it because fucking Dark Vision is entirely grayscale.
Yeah.
What color is the sky, dog? Wait, what the fuck do you mean the sky? You mean the big up?
The big up. Well, see, I feel like translating like things like that is the reason you use speak with animals, and like there's a certain like amount of common knowledge shit that just gets translated into whatever the dogs call the sky.
Now, Sky, is that the one that's good for jumping or the one that's good for digging? I'm not 100% on that one. Well, welcome to being short. If you need a cover story, I do have some halfling family. And I could probably get you some papers.
Oh shit! Speaking
Here's a
of
thought. We should probably start with
name.
Oh,
Oh
Name
yeah,
all
and
you know.
I mean, my halfling family's last name is Underbarrel. You're welcome to take it.
Zero's teeth clench.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna find better ones than that. They're all like that.
Dude, Underbarrel's just really rough.
Like,
Zero also at Oryx mentioning clothes will get the cloak of many fashions that is probably way too big, and just like crawl into the hood and make it change into like something her size, and just kind of like cover up with it for the time being.
How do you feel about Velwyn
Like as a first name?
as a name?
First or last? It's a good last name. Felwyn. Fey and Fel. Yeah, I'll take it.
Is this workshopping?
Yeah. You got
It
any
is good.
suggestions?
No.
No? Ah, come on.
I'm stuck on Z names. Not
Okay,
helpful.
give me your best. Give me your best Z name.
Zale.
Zale.
Yes. Zell.
I am so glad I asked.
I'm working through vowels.
What about Cora?
Zeal.
Cora, I like that.
Yeah.
Zol. I have not been instructed to stop. You do not
No.
wish to have my name?
You have not been instructed to stop.
No, you
That
have
is
not been
correct.
instructed to stop. Keep on going.
Zol. I've run out of vowels.
No, you haven't. They're still you.
Dual. Zil. Zeal.
Zul. All right, Valor. I think that's enough. Thank you for your effort, though. Oh gosh, I'm dipping back into 0-0.
You gotta close your throat a little. Close your throat a little.
Yeah, I gotta make my throat like 3 foot size.
Just a little smaller.
A little
Just
smaller.
a little.
You could do what I
Sure.
do and just like really, really clamp down on your soft palate. Just really make that bad boy real small.
Cora Felwyn. That is my name.
I hope you like it.
I do.
Great.
Well. How big is my bird in comparison? Pretty big, huh?
Yeah.
That buddy's gonna have to sit on my head. Oh,
More
Where's
Other-
Panarin when you need him? We need to
Ju-
come up with a
this-
backstory for you.
this mean that your imp is smaller?
oh no, Kadeet's gonna be like the same size.
That is upsetting.
Well, not the same size as me, but the same size as, he always was.
Ah, that is
It's
better.
just gonna look very. What, did you think he was going to be?
I did
like-
not want the angry baby to be bigger.
Crate's like 2 feet tall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
About as big as my raven, actually, probably.
That explains why we get along so well. We're on the same level.
Oh.
obviously.
Oh. Yeah, you guys can only pick the lowest hanging fruit.
That's right.
What have
The
you
lowest
done?
hanging fruit that I will make into a gruel that gives people third eyes and shit. I had prestidigitation back then, by the way. I could have made that taste like whatever I wanted to.
This whole thing could have gone a lot worse.
Yep,
as far
could've.
as a death and rebirth kind of thing goes, this is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, this is great.
By
I
the way,
do
there-
need clothes,
should-
so
you should- please attune to the to the
yes,
game, but I don't think-
right. That's gonna be
Yeah.
first thing. I'll probably throw Valor like 100 gold and be like, hey, could you go out and buy me clothes, please? Make sure it looks hot. Thanks.
I will need
Uh,
assistance
Yeah,
with this.
yeah. Do you really want to?
I do not wear
The
clothing.
guy who doesn't wear clothes.
Okay, hot stuff. Then you
Make-
get me something good, and then
What
I
looks-
pass my gold to Oryx.
Define
Wait,
hot.
wait. Okay, hold up. Sorry.
I got
You're-
this.
Wait. Stop.
Is it
You are
temperature?
trying to entrust the automaton and the person who regularly does not wear clothes if given the option over me? Fuck you.
I have
Look
been
at
in
her
this beautiful
suit.
three-piece suit
Hey,
nearly
Ah.
nonstop.
that's not
Yeah.
fair.
By
that
hot,
suit,
you mean emphasizing symmetry.
that suit was very cool
Asset.
and magical. Fuck that. I dress great constantly.
I'm sorry. I thought there was something about an artificer. You're an artificer. You could surely create a set of clothes. Yes.
No, I just know where to shop in Waterdeep because of course I do. Have you seen my outfits? They're fucking great.
Slayer Oryx is quite dapper.
Oh my god. That's right. Actually, fun fact, Sarah. That second one with the halfling hiding under the shield, I definitely have that saved.
Good shit.
Been new.
02 Electric Boogaloo.
02 Falwyn Boogaloo. TM.
Zool.
Is there anything else that anyone wants to be doing?
I
I'm
have
gonna
just been.
accompany whoever goes shopping
Yeah.
because I'm indignant now.
Valor wants to go
Good.
shopping to understand what is meant by hot as a clothing
Oh
item.
fuck yeah. Death and shopping, baby.
Nobody answered Valor's inquiries about it because they were arguing.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that would answer their inquiries is currently now attuning to a amulet, so that's gonna take
Frantically.
up her time. Yeah, so I'm
Okay.
just gonna attune to my stuff, take a few hours while they have a fun little prance around the city.
Okay. And Oryx, what were you saying?
I have been tasked with going to get clothes for Cora, so I am going to go enlist some help.
I'm going with you.
I know.
Going
Who,
with
who
you.
are you?
help?
Who are you
I
enlisting?
said what I said.
Who are you enlisting?
Oh, I
That's a
love
good
this
question.
so much.
I'm so torn between Decker and Yakut.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god, Decker cannot know. it's
Faye is
me.
going to try to drag you to a boutique where she bought her current clothing, which is like noble clothing.
Well, I'm gonna. Oryx was the one tasked with this, so Oryx gets to pick
Oryx
pick
also-
the crew.
She has the money. She has the money and is much stronger than me, but I'm going to be pushy about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't make it out of the place before Faye was like, "Now hold on a second."
Oh, this is
Uh,
fantastic.
Mostly, I'm joking. I will leave that entirely to Faye because,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, the instructions were make sure it's hot. I've worn a uniform for the past 4 months.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that's what Cora's looking for here.
So who do you get?
Oh,
Oh, I hand the money to Faye.
Oh, okay.
ah, damn it.
Damn.
I'm gonna grab.
I mean, if I see something I like, I'm still carrying like 800 plat, so that's
If
not an
you-
issue.
Right.
But now since we brought this up, I do kind of want Decker to come along on this adventure. I want to see what she thinks.
Oryx does actually want to speak to Decker at some point before we leave, but it's obviously it's not about
Yeah.
We should grab her. Let's go fucking shopping trip.
Just be like, we
Alright.
need to dress a halfling.
Yeah. Why
Sorry,
not? I
Kara,
mean, the
that's
world's
so high.
ending. We're gonna have to go do a probably deadly assault, like on the morrow. But for the time being, shopping episode, baby.
All right, cool. You can grab Decker, who's been restlessly trying to recuperate in a room by herself.
Oh god, she's gonna be
Super jazzed.
Hey, Decker, you want to go shopping?
She kicks her legs up and throws herself out of the cot, and then falls over immediately. And says, "Yes, please."
Are you all right?
Yeah, Blossom's not let me out of the house for a day. And she reaches for her staff and pulls herself up.
I would offer, but I don't think leaning on me is going to help you.
Yeah, you can use Ava for support if you need.
All good. And she taps the side of the staff with her palm.
All right, great. Yeah, if you, yeah, I got magic if you need it.
We've been tasked with getting clothes for, and she will very obviously look around and go, a new friend, a new person. Definitely not anyone.
Cora.
Cody.
Okay. We're going shopping for like fashionable nouveau riche halfling size clothes.
Okay.
Probably feminine, and if I know Cora, probably in black.
All right. Well, that's gonna be expensive, but I can show you where to go.
I got cash.
All right, let's go.
It's the end of the world, baby. We've got money to burn.
Any
Yeah.
last minute things?
I mean, I'm gonna be fucking dead tomorrow anyway. Might as well blow all my money on fucking dope clothes.
Anything else, folks? Ted, you mentioned wanting to have a conversation.
Yeah, just wanted to at some point when Oryx and everybody are out, and she has, I don't want to say two. When she's with Decker and there's no one else around,
Mhm.
assuming that we survive whatever is attacking Waterdeep, you told me I should go back to Lork. If it's not, I'd like you to go with me when I do.
She.
To see what. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you finish.
To see what is being built there.
Her eyes kind of sparkle and she grins. She says, "Yeah, okay." Any particular reason?
Yes. But I hope it'll be something I can tell you later.
She tilts her head to the side and then crouches down next to you. What's up?
Nothing, it's just
She narrows her
Oryx
eyes.
looks like visibly uncomfortable with somebody being down in her face at the moment, and she just says, "It's nothing. It just you spoke to the other centurions, and I haven't been back since we sent them. It just seems important. That's all I can say right now."
Okay. Yeah, I'll come with you. She pulls herself upright, and then like holds out her hand for you to walk with you.
Oryx will take her hand and go back to shopping.
Anybody else got anything? Pete, it's been a bit of a quiet session for you. Is there anything that you've been thinking about or you need to do?
Particularly, I've been doing a bunch of other things, like at the house, so that's why I've been particularly quiet.
No worries. I feel like this has been a decent couple of days for Pete to mostly just be with. It sounds like mostly Razik and at Falconmere. I just want to make sure that there's nothing that you needed to do.
Nothing that I need to do, but I was going to borrow Razik's scrying equipment to scry. I just literally remembered that, so thank you for asking.
No problem. Is that something that Razik will offer, or allow to use?
What do you need this stuff for?
I was gonna scry for the first time ever, actually.
Okay, well, be careful.
Okay, it seems expensive, so definitely.
His scrying tools, more or less, it's a green dragon scale that has been carved similarly to that silver basin that Blossom uses to communicate with the Enclave.
Gross.
What?
I said gross.
How's that gross?
Dragon scales?
I mean,
Basically
Racist.
human skin.
I mean, it's. Anyway, okay. Who are you scrying?
I actually just want to scry on my hometown.
Okay, just the town?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's late at night. You see that there is the city watch standing guards at every street corner. You see that it is not uncommon that people do not leave their homes at night in general, but there is tension. It feels as if there are more people on guard than there usually are, and common clothed in without armor as well. There is some vigil being kept, and everyone seems on edge.
Vigil is in everyone's being like looking out for more stuff, or like vigil is in like funeral.
Vigilant.
Okay, cool. Thanks. That's all I really needed. I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure thing, no problem. Did you see what you needed to see?
Yeah, I guess I was just a little homesick, so I really wanted to just see it one more time, especially if where we're going leads to other places. It seems like we're not exactly done with our work, so I'm not certain I'll see home for a little bit, so I just wanted to see it really quick.
I'm glad you got the chance to see home.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Feels as good a place as any to end.